Close enough. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, I'm still situating. How's it going? Yeah, we called things. Who else called things? What's up?
Greetings, Steve. Nice to see you again, Jim Sup.
Hi. How's it going? Oh God, it's Wednesday. Yeah, we got Thanksgiving tomorrow. We got, I don't know, other things they got to do. Everybody's telling me to do Christmas shopping already. Dude, there are Black Friday sales everywhere. It's a Wednesday. There should be a law. You know, everybody's all like, you know, dude, you got to do things in particular. Dude, Black Friday started like last Thursday. It's stupid. Phoenix, hi, how's it going? Thank you. Steampunk Chick, Red Misery, hi, David, Bloody Angel. Shut off! Buttons shall be pressed today. Thank you. Banana Cat, please. It's a kitchen. Oh, God. Thank you. Go.
That's cool. You came on just as I finished cooking my salmon fillets for dinner. Fish with truffle seasoning, fried potatoes, homemade biscuits, deliciousness.
Yeah, everything except the fish.
I hope everyone has had an amazing week so far. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday I will be 13,149 days old. Do the math, haha, and say how old I am.
I don't do math. Math is for people who, you know, math. Not me. Thank you. Yeah, let me get that. Nah, bro, 10G used. I gotta call it, dude. Oh, no, it was already called. Everybody, you just want to get all the cats on the board already, right? Fish is amazing. What? No, fish is not amazing. Fish always smells terrible. It's if the ocean had an armpit and a butt crack at the same time, that is the odor that I feel like would come out of it. I don't like fish. I don't like fish. There's nothing you could do to make me like fish. The only time I actually have fish is like imitation crab meat. And that's imitation. It's fake. It's fake. It's not even real. It's fake. Fish sticks? No. That is like the worst. That's the worst version of fish. And not only is it super fishy smelling, but it's breaded in I don't even know what. And it's, no, just terrible. I've had tuna, but I had to let it marinate in a balsamic vinaigrette for about 24 hours, which is probably, it's like the only thing I've actually used to knock out fish flavor. Dude, you get a balsamic vinaigrette, and I'm talking about like a good one. You just put it all over tuna, it'll just soak it up. Fish is gone. Fish is gone. Oh, work the call stuff at the beginning. I have exactly one bubble. That happened to me too. I was like, wow, look at all these numbers that were called one bubble. Boop. I was like, oh, God. I think we got the same thing. Good. What's up? McBooyah, hi. Let me say hi to people. What's up? Shut up. No fish. Not amazing smell, texture. Makes me feel sick, so no thank you. Yeah, fish. He's all right. He'll eat leftovers. Thank you. What's up? Hi, Jimmy. Hope you're doing well. I don't know, but a lot of people say a lot of people travel. What is this? The biggest traveling day of the year for most people? Because they got to go family. We're not getting on the road. Not getting on. We did all our shopping. It was like, what was it? We did it last week, and then we had to get a couple of things on Monday. Oh, my God. We had to go to a supermarket. That place was crazy. We usually don't get a little annoyed, but, well, we do. But very annoyed, where we just feel like we got to leave. That's how anxious we were. We were like, there was so many people, and they're all bumping into each other because nobody knew what the hell to do. Like, nobody knew where anything was, apparently, you know, and they were just, you know. We knew exactly what we wanted and what we had to get. We were like, chow, 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 you know, that kind of thing. And then you just had those people who have never, it's like the Sunday driver approach to people shopping in a supermarket. It's like they only go out once a week in the car, and, you know, they're really bad drivers. But this is like the worst, because it's like they go to the supermarket once a year. They don't know where anything is. They all got these paper written shopping lists that go like down to their knees. And it's just like, Where are the eggs? I'm like, oh my God. Biggest travel of the year, and we're currently experiencing a snowstorm here. Really? Well, define snowstorm. We talk about feet of snow or like an inch. Yeah? Holiday NPCs. Yeah, I feel like, God, we had to get some, we had to just get topping for cheesecake. That's all we had to do. Topping for cheesecake. Not a big deal, right? You go to the baking aisle, they got these little, kind of pie filling things with the syrup. You just get a jar of that. Oh my God. Everybody needed to bake that day. But nobody knew what they wanted. They all knew that they needed flour, but not sure what kind of flour. They all needed baking soda or yeast, and they weren't sure what kind.
Steve, John, and Chat.
What's up?
Happy Wednesday. How are you today?
I am mentally exhausted preeminently. Like, I'm pre-mentally exhausted for all the stuff I got to deal with tomorrow. And also mentally exhausted having to deal with humans already. And it's bizarre because like we ran into somebody that we haven't seen in forever. And I'm just like, this is what I mean. Like everybody just shows up. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I was just like, oh, hey. And unfortunately, they were in my way. They're like, go.
Hype train bits.
Hype train bit. Oh, we're on a hype train? Oh, man. Dude, I didn't even change anything for that.
Most of Wisconsin is getting hammered. We're only supposed to get 1 to 3 inches here, but it's extremely windy and it's staying warm enough that the streets are still melting.
1 to 3 inches, that could kind of cause some problems. I feel like that could. I got to pick a random hype train here. Hold on. I didn't, because if it's going to be on my stream, I'm not bringing out Susie June in some plain Jane dress. Let's see, what do we got? Cool. She's showing up for Thanksgiving? No, she could wear that. It's fine. It's it's not formal. What's up? Icarus, thank you. It'll melt and freeze again overnight. No, that's the worst when the snow melts and then it's just gonna be black ice everywhere.
Hype train ticket bits.
Hype train ticket bits. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm doing the meal prep and refrigeration in my truck. I'm going to go to the once a month to do a bunch of... Yeah, that's understandable, though. You're on the road. Yeah. We were like bumping into people. They're like, hey, just like, oh, God. It's like I'm never in this store. We were like never in that store, actually, ever.
That's a cool vampire lady. Oh, Steve, you were there. I didn't notice. What up?
What's up? How's it going? All right. I know. People are distracted by the bounciness. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job with that post, too, with that stupid video that you made, idiot. Oh, God. What? It's like we got so bored. We were like, we had what? Like, I think an hour before, and I'm just like, I got to do something. Go. No. Thank you, Kurt Planet. I appreciate. Oh, no, they got a sub. Red Misery gifted a sub. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not reading well today. God, what the hell was I saying? Oh, yeah, no, utter chaos. There was a run on the eggs. There was a run on flour. There was a run on patience. And that one woman that was in every aisle staring at her phone, the shopping list on her phone, but like couldn't read the font or whatever. She was like, I was like, oh, God. Supersize emote. Nice. Thank you. Oh, let me check my card. Oh, God, I lost my pen. Where's my pen? Okay, I got it. I don't think my card's doing anything, but I got to check. Thank you for calling all the stuff. I appreciate. Let's freaking go. Then we got a card battle. Kurt Planet. You got to roll. You got to roll. Equal to or greater than 11. Seems possible. Oh, 11. You just made it. Nice. Pick a number, any number. Oop. Off the bingo. Dum, bum, 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 bum. What? That's good. Yeah, beats it. Dum, bum, bum, bum. Wait, is that a win or a tie? No, it's got equal to or greater. You know. DJC gifted a sub to Zombie Fox. Thank you, DJC. I appreciate. First time chat. No exclamation rolls for the person who did it. That's it. But that does count. First time chat. That helps somebody out. So. I forget something to help me with a new family tradition. What I'm trying to start in the last 5 years of Thanksgiving. What? Finish you choose what? The first official Christmas song at the first time? Oh, no. Christmas is already everywhere. It's already encroached. What do you mean I glitched? When did I glitch? I didn't glitch. Look at me. I'm all flowy. Getting bubbles on bingo. There you go. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, that's what she asked for winning. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault. I'm glad you're paying attention. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to say we are coming off the tail end of... Go.
More bits.
More bits, thank you. Hype. What are we at? Are we on level 3? Level 2 tree? Couple 2 tree? What do we got? Level 2 complete. We're on level 3. Nice. No, we're coming at the end, the tail end of, and I'm not even joking about this, 2 solid weeks of work, which is, okay, not new for us, but it is when you're standing for about 14 hours a day. Okay? I'm saying like no break. We had like pee breaks. We got a power bar, and then we went right back to work for literally 2 weeks straight. That is like, we got obsessed about a thing, and for 2026, it'll pay off for you. But that's 2026 though. There's still a lot of paperwork and stuff we got to kind of do.
Everyone. Currently on my last break at work. Going to be a long weekend of the centers being closed.
Ooh. But I don't know. Yeah, you got a break. That's good. Long weekend. Long weekends are awesome. Nice. Thank you.
So card game almost done, Steve?
No. We didn't even think about that. That's the problem. We were like, we got so distracted with other stuff that we're just like, yeah, card game, whatever. It's all the way over there. That's it. And I got to write out the rules. That's the only thing. Go.
Oh, no. I work all weekend. No break for me.
Oh, so it'll be a slow week then. Really? Man. We just got home from the dentist. Thank you. Got 3 fillings done.
House. Keep your feet off the table.
Nice. Thank you. Rob will gifted a sub to, I can't read. Hold on. Cinecal. There you go. Got a sub. Thanks to Rob Will. Thank you. Oh, and somebody sent us a thing. Of course, I don't have the camera to show it, but we got sent the thing. It arrived. I've paid time off, so 5-day weekend. What? Crazy. All right, well, hold on. Fillings. I got 3 fillings done. I'm still feeling sick from the nitrous. So I'm laying here and hanging out with you. Oh, yeah, just chill, then. 3 fillings? They did 3 fillings all at once? That's pretty good. Usually, dentist over here, the guy is like, yeah, we'll do 1. I'm like, come on, dude. They're like, well, we don't want to numb everything all at once. Yeah. Get it off my... Ugh. Come on, this is my fancy wear. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to get Gora to wash out the fart smell. Call randomness.
Jim, coffee time.
Coffee time. Thank you. That reminds me. Please. One, we've been downing a bunch of coffee, and we had the, Pum'Kin guy mentioned it. You got this iced coffee, this cold brew. It's like 275 milligrams of caffeine per serving.
Feelings about fillings comment.
Feelings about fillings. I don't know. As long as I can maintain my contact with aliens, I'm fine. 275 milligrams of caffeine per serving. Didn't really do a lot. So we must be extraordinarily tired, or we've just had so much caffeine it doesn't even matter. Boop. Let's find out. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, it's not really spicy. Boop. Nice. Still level 3. Nice. Make a seafood boil for Thanksgiving. Really? People eat seafood? We were just discussing it. I think I might be able to do bacon-wrapped scallops because the bacon would probably negate a lot of that fishiness, but I'm not sure. There's a bit of cheek shown. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. You'll be the deciding factor. No, the coffee's not terrible. I can't say it's bad. You had a ton of spam phone calls. Someone left spam left callback numbers. Yeah, your audio insurance might be expected. I mean, call back when you can. Right, she would file legal action against them to remove me from their call list. They called yesterday, but informed that they'd be retaining a lawyer proceedings. They're probably not even in this country. You'd probably have to like litigate in wherever, Botswana or something.
If the item was from Amazon, it is probably from me.
Ah!
Glad to hear it arrived. This is the time of the year for lost deliveries.
Not when they go to P.O. boxes. Yes, dude, thank you. You have no idea. I literally had that in my cart. No, we got a hard drive. We got a hard drive. You have no idea how much data is backed up here. This is good. This is the digital fiber I need to move this crap out. No, we have a like 4 terabyte hard drive. 4, not 5, 4. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, you know, you get a little, you start seeing it in red and you get that little sliver of like, bro, you got to start deleting stuff. And literally all our other hard drives, because we have redundant backups, are backed up with other stuff. So it's going to be super useful. Like literally we had it in the cart. And I'm like, I was waiting for the gift card code to come through. I was supposed to get a gift card code for my Microsoft points. And I was going to put that towards it. But now I can put that towards cat food. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's awesome. I'm excited about it. I know it's stupid. Data transfer shouldn't excite anybody, but I'm an idiot. Look at this, dude. Look at the transfer rates. It's so cool. Oh, God. What, 5 terabytes? You know how many VODs you can put on that? Thank you. Again, it's super helpful, and it's those weird little things that you're like, yeah, it's a hard drive, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, space. No, because we literally archive all our streams. I don't want to be that streamer that's been streaming for 10 years, and then it's like, oh, we didn't pull all the VODs off of the online cloud that we entrusted for a decade. Yeah. Do we need a crap ton of cat food? No, we usually have, cat food. It's just like, no, I'm just saying the gift card that I'm getting. It's like a $25 gift card for my Microsoft Bing points, bro. What? Somebody had to. God, you think that's just going to happen by magic fairies? Thank you. Make small hard drive server racks for artists and creators. You're going to spend it and expand and need it. Yeah, I was looking at one of those, but I kind of like the portability too. It's like I don't want to pick up a whole server rack and bring it with me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know they're not big, but they're still wired. I like literally being able to pick it up and get the hell out. 20 terabyte for like $500, $600. Yeah. I also don't like having everything on one drive, because not only do I do redundant backups, but I also do hard backups of BDRs, recordable Blu-rays, just to make sure. And we haven't done that in a while because it's time consuming, but we got to do that. Just have to get materials and modified highlighter. What? There can be only one. How many are you making? What's wrong with OneDrive? Never trust a cloud server. Never, because the thing is, they're cloud servers. Sometimes they go down. Sometimes they discontinue things. You don't know. Wasn't there like a whole thing that some cloud server got messed up and people lost a ton of work? Something ridiculous, right? And besides, they have a limit. I think they give you like, what, 100 gigs? And I'm like, oh yeah, here, hold 12 streams, They're like 8x10 by foot. DVDs, Blu-rays, digital. Yeah, that would be good for backing up like all the physical media and then just having it accessible as like a little server or something. Sometimes they evaporate. Yeah. Learn to use compression software effectively. I use Handbrake. Every stream is compressed to the utmost goodness. I do that, literally. We have 1,000 streams, and I've compressed them to make sure that they actually are in decent quality, but also a decent manageable size. Same thing with music, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, it takes a while, though. Like, if I do a 5-hour stream, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, my God, just in code. Yeah. All right. God is just another word for somebody else's computer. Yeah. I forget what company's cloud server went down. What'd you roll? 3. Oh. What's up, Spider? How's it going? What's up? I'm planning on making shelf type storage to cover the trunk area. I thought I saw a thing. The hype train went away. God, I get caught up in conversations. I don't see what's going on. Thank you, everybody. Still sitting here on the platform, discussing stuff. Dude, you missed your train. Well, maybe another one will show up. No, that's it, dude. You gotta walk home. God. Plenty of shelf storage, trunk area, making things level. How does that work if you're driving now? How level can you make that? What? Very bouncy. Dun, 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 dun. Walking at work, I lose weight. I found a drop. What? Drop a paint size. Oh, pant size. Pant size, I'm assuming you meant. No, that's good. Dude, all the walking definitely helps. Like, you dropped a paint size. I'm like, what, a gallon? Or a quart? Like, I'm trying to math it or something. Okay. Let's see. Gonna get poster board, make a contour map of the inside. Ooh, gonna make a map. I never got into cartography. I don't even like looking at a subway map. I don't know. The only point in geography that I really care about is where I am at the moment, And that's about it. Hey, what's up? How's it going? 75 viewers. Hi, everybody. Oh, dude, that's the other thing. Yo, I didn't know Dunkin' Donuts had bagel bites. Dude, they're little tiny bagels, but they're filled with cream cheese. Yo, we ordered some of them because we had to get something to eat the other day. And we're just like, all right, yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, okay, or whatever. And who was the one that really liked the avocado toast? Because they brought that back. They were like, no, they had avocado toast and it was gone. And I was just like, oh, no, I never even saw it there. It's back. It's back. At least in that location it was. But the bagel bites, they're just tiny little, think of, the little donuts they have, the donut holes? Yeah, basically bagel holes, if you want to equate them. But they inject them with a bunch of cream cheese. Awesome. All right. But very, very rarely am I impressed. The only problem is they probably microwave the hell out of them or something because these things were hot. It's kind of like when you get really, really hot coffee, but in bagel form. Yes, hot enough to blow glass. It was astoundingly hot. I was like, yeah, I got to wait for these to cool off. I generally don't like warm bagels. I'm craving my Munchkin, specifically the jelly ones were really good. I haven't had those in forever. Do they hold up? The other day, Don't actually said donut holes too. I had to fight my Canadian urge to say they're called Timbits. Love you guys. Yeah, they used to be called Munchkins, believe it or not, but I guess that's not appropriate now. Literally, the little donut holes were called Munchkins. It's a huge chain. Dunkin' Donuts used to call them that. Remember when Duncan called them? See, yeah, they used to call them that. And I guess Peter Dinklage and company got offended. I don't know. I don't know what the appropriate term is because every time I've met a little person, they either didn't care or they were highly offended. So I guess to each their own. Boop, 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 boop. Huh. And when you stuff food into food. What? Cream cheese always can go into everything. That's the only reason I can eat crab rangoons. What? Proper term is short stuff. Oh, man. What the hell? What was the other thing? We ended up getting the last cheesecake. The last cheesecake. No, we were in a store. There is a particular, what is it, like Junior's Cheesecake. It's a particular brand of cheesecake, at least here. Hey, Texas, you won something. Nice. All right, we got to do, somebody remind me about cheesecake later. Now we get to do a wheel spin. As soon as I check my card. Wow, I did nothing. All right, well. Let's see if I can find us. Where the hell's my, oh God, my mouse. No, cheesecake is awesome, dude. Could eat cheesecake all day. All right. Tech Sentient, boom, 1 bingo. So that means they can spin on a wheel of emptiness, apparently. Is a capture card not working? All right, give me a second. Unbelievable, you know? I'm like, bro, let me just, one time I'm going to show things, right? All right, do that. There we go. Nice. Clowns. All right, you get a spin on a wheel of prizes, which is going to be something from the itch.io shop. I don't know, it could be movies, could be music, could be comic books, whatever the hell we have on here. All content recommended for mature viewers. You better be mature. All right, getting ready.
What's the deal? Let's spin the wheel. 'Cause you want bingo, let's go. Spin that freaking wheel. Spin that freaking wheel.
All right, spinning the freaking wheel. Let's see what we get here. Dooba-dabba-dooba-dabba-dooba-dabba-doo. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Clicky. Blue Ink comic book collection. Hey, the whole collection of things that we had when we had a blue pen. You got to come up with better names for your stuff.
No dancing Gora for the wheel spin? Lil JK.
What? No dancing Gora. Come on. She's not really a dancy person. Let me see if I can find out. If it's something you have, feel free to pass it along to somebody else that may not have it. But I don't know what you got. So, let's see. Ooh. Only one other person has won this. All right. I'm sending you a link/code and a whisper. You should be gotten it. And that means I get to close tabs. Boop. And then boop. All right. Cool, cool. Nice. And that means, let's see, somebody won a wheel spin. Wheel spin happens. Technical issue. That did happen. And I still got nothing. Why? Ridiculous. Cool. All right. Boo, 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 boo. You're welcome. You didn't show it, but you mentioned it. Can we show P.O. Box thing? Yeah, you know what? All right, yeah, call P.O. Box thing, I guess. I didn't get to show it, but you know what? Hey, save that for Sunday, too, so you can double down. Yes. Cool. See? Look, and then they helped out twice, too. Nice. You have a Pooh Bear with a glued on ear. What, you couldn't find a stapler? Boop, 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 boop. Dyslexia strike? No, that was actually, they actually wrote paint. 3 different ways for bingo and nothing. Yeah, same here. Cheesecake. Thank you. We got the last cheesecake. There's this brand called Junior's, which is actually all right. It's all right. If you're going to get a over-the-counter cheesecake, right, it's pretty decent. New York style. Just means really dense and kind of moist. I can't stand dry cheesecake. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Yeah. So we got the last one. Oh. It's usually packed, dude. They usually have so many of them, but you know, everyone was like, "Oh, I gotta get cheesecake."
Do it now, or taste my squirrely wrath. I do have squirrely wrath, you know. It's one of our hidden nature things.
Yeah, hidden nature things. Nice. Thank you. Get her what if cats got captured? What? Well, see, you gotta collect them all, right? Go.
I printed my poo sculpt, and accidentally dropped him while going into the utility
Ah.
room. Had to use my 3D pen to reattach the ear with some scrap filament. I'm in the middle of printing Eeyore and Piglet too.
Oh, bother. Oh, man. No, at least that's a good way to just use the scrap stuff and just kind of glue it
The
back on.
fridge looks like one of them locking types. Keeps things inside. Ask your great grad guardians.
What, the fridge? This is like the Indiana Jones fridge. You know, dude, a bomb goes off, you'll be fine. What? Well, for Thanksgiving, I want to go with the mid-century modern look, you know? We got like a nice thing here. We got an old toaster from wherever and little gothic elements. You know, it's homey. I don't know what else to do. It's either that or we bring out the gothic kitchen, you know? We can change sets. I don't care. Looks like a fridge that opens to a magic portal. Yeah, it's the, I don't know, lion witch in the fridge. I don't know, whatever. Looks like Pooh has a virus on his ear. No. What? Probably like all bubbly and weird. The Narnia fridge. Yeah. Got a little lion in there, man. Yeah, where's the other one that we had? I figured I'd use this because it's the same background for the video stupid thing that we posted. Yeah, you know what? Let me just switch this one out. Oh, I already did. Never mind. Okay. Then we got the dark kitchen. Right. This one's kind of good. I mean, it's got an old stove in there and stuff like that, but it's all dark. This is more my vibe. Yeah. This one's kind of like, eh. All right. What? Just unlocked what? Tigger in Dreamlight Valley. Oh, there you go. Imagine him as the horror version of the film company I worked for came up with when we were Blood and Honey 2. Oh, God. Yeah, there's another thing that they're doing, too. Oh, God, I'll get into that in a bit. Wait, no, I think Tigger's in the public domain now, right? Nice tile work rendering. I didn't even notice. Most of that actually works. Holy crap. Yeah.
Always wanted to say this. Hey Steve, you get that thing I sent you?
Which thing? We got a thing. Was it a hard drive? If it wasn't a hard drive, no, we didn't get it. Yeah, he's in the public domain as far as last say. Hey, well, we could be doing that kind of things. We could be making variations of Tiggers and Winnie the Poohs and Eeyores. Just make them all vampires, you know? Especially Eeyore. You know, I feel like we could have deep conversations. What? Oh, great. I have to kill someone now. I must feed on their blood. He was so depressed. I love it. Wallpaper ain't so bad. Yeah, it actually, you know, the AI is getting a little bit better there. Yeah. No, I used to like when you asked it to do anything tiles or kind of patterns, you could really tell because it was like, wait, you want me to be consistent? Don't know what to do. You know?
The Mad Libs Inc. bonus thing. Was hoping it would arrive before Thanksgiving.
No, it didn't. It didn't. It did not. It did not. But you know what? Well, we can't check tomorrow. We could check Friday. We could do that. Which we probably have to because we're going to have to do some kind of thing on Friday. Oh, God. I don't like being on the road in and around the holidays. The day before, the day after. I feel like there's this bubble of bad driving that happens. We shall keep an eye out. Shall keep an eye out. And thank you in advance. Preferably what hair blended fingers and weird stuff with AI. That still happens. It kind of depends on the data set. This one is going to be, what is it? Microsoft Designer. Microsoft Designer is actually all right. Of course, they only give you a certain amount of credits, so I keep my fingers crossed that I get something out of there because I ain't paying for it. And then there's a couple other ones, and depending on the models they use, it's like okay or utter trash, you know. Bring it back if you're going out Friday. Yeah, no, Black Friday ain't what it used to be, bro. You know, it used to be kind of like really interesting and fun and chaotic, you know. But now everyone just does it online. You know, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. These traditions we used to have are slowly fading away. That would be a good South Park episode where Cartman tries to bring back Black Friday, you know, but in the crazy, chaotic form, just so we can watch and revel in the human misery. Yeah. They stopped having deep discounts. Yeah. Yeah, Black Friday sales last over a week or more now. Yeah, like Amazon started like, a couple of hours ago. Walmart's been doing it for a week. I think Target has their things out there already, and I'm just like, it's got the Steam effect after a while, where if the games are constantly on sale, you don't really care, you know? Though actually, for the first time, Steam is actually having a Black Friday sale. I was like, what? Really? Steam? They usually have fall, winter, spring, and summer, and that's it. Yeah. Might as well be Black November, right? It's just Black November, the whole thing. Dude, that'd be cool. I'm fine with that, man. Yeah. Anything I use Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, or for cat food deals? Cat food. There you go. We stocked up last time there was a deal. Now, we usually get these particular cans, and we got a ton of them, so I'm like good for the next 6 months. All right. I got to get the dry food, though. Yeah. All the Black Friday sale items were junk that broke within a year anyhow. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. I know. Besides, it's like after a while, you're like, well, what do I really need? You know? I'm actually trying to think, aside from the hard drive, that was about it. My computer's working. My phone's a little rusty, but, you know, there's never a discount on phones, really. I could get the last model a little bit cheaper, but it's like, I usually, every 5 years, I try to get a phone. Or the phone depreciates to the point where I have to get another phone. Usually that's what happens. If there's something I routinely do on the phone and that stops working, then I'm like, oh, God, now I got to get another phone. Might be able to afford LCD Steam Deck if I sell my PS4. Nice. There you go. Dude, Steam. Let's go. No, man, I feel like this is going to be, if the Steam machine and the Steam Deck kind of get into mainstream market, Valve is going to be super happy. How much is Valve stock? Do they have stock? Are they a public company or are they private? I'm going to be upset if they're private. I don't know anything about finance, but I feel like I'd want to invest in them. Yeah. The interest on a credit card tends to offset the savings, so I don't bother most of the time. That's true. Yeah. I assume private, but I don't know. Yeah, the Steam frame. I gotta wait for benchmarks on that, and I'm not a big VR guy, but it is cool.
Thanks, Fanatical, Humble Bumble, and Steam sales. I managed to get 2,000 games on my Steam library. Now I just need to find a way to live 200 years to play all the games. Wow. Lol.
That's a lot of games. Holy crap. Most of the games that we have in our library were either from sales like that, where it's like, here's 20 games for $1.50. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Discord is my phone. Trade engage. If Discord gets laggy, time to replace.
Yeah. That's kind of the way I feel about certain things. The last time I had to replace a phone was Pokemon Go wouldn't work. And then I had to get a new phone. And that was just like, and it worked a little bit, but then it just stopped. And then of course, I don't even play it anymore. Valve is not publicly traded. Of course. You know, the one time I actually have faith in a corporation and they're like, no, we're not really a corporation. Got card battle. Nice. All right. I don't know why I waited for the whole thing to play. Max Marvel, you got a roll equal to or greater than? Oh, 13. Ow! God. What's up? Bingo. Dawn's here. She said bingo. That's it? What is that? I don't want a candy corn now. It's Thanksgiving. What are you doing? She's. It's got a pumpkin in it. Okay. Oh, God. Dawn got bingo. No, she didn't get bingo. She came in to help out so people can get bingo. Didn't help me, though. Well, I already had a piece of Halloween candy today. It was the, not even joking about this, the cookies and cream Hershey's bar that is shaped like vampire teeth. I had to get into character. I mean, what the hell do you want from me? It was right there. I literally picked it out. I know you made when I built my PC game. Starfield. Oh, oof. Bethesda purchased Microsoft. I've always been a PlayStation guy, though. Oh, there you go. Saying Pokemon Go stopped working in my iPhone 4, so I got an iPhone 8. Yeah. So it's usually every 4 to 5 iterations of a phone. That's when the older ones are like, yeah, we're going to stop working. And usually it's a developer's problem, you know, where it's like you're using their app, but then they stop developing it for legacy phones, and they're just like, oh, whatever, dude. Get a new phone, bro. And I'm like, come on, dude. Yeah. The other problem is we're kind of a music person, so our phone is literally filled with so much music. We don't even know, like, oh God. The next phone I have to get is going to have to have more space on it, which is ridiculous. Tungsten Wolf, hi, what's up? 3-stream streak. Nice. There you go. Don't know that was a thing. Yeah. Speaking of, oh, where was the thing about the, it's gone. I beat Jermaine like 2 times. Do you enjoy beating her? Let's see. I'm not looking forward to PCs getting more expensive next year. Yeah, I mean, they might, you know, kind of depends. But it's supposedly AMD's really trying to push to get into the market. A lot of people are moving over to AMD from Intel, which is kind of weird to me. But a lot of people have been having kind of problems with Intel. Hey, bits. Nice. Thank you. That's not what I meant. Whoa there, that's not what I meant. I know. I got to have a dark sense of humor. That's what I do. Last time I replaced a phone was because it was brick and it took, what? That took 6 years. Oh, man. Oof. Starfield, my favorite game. Starfield. Yeah, Dawn played it. She was doing all right with that. Yeah. And tell us for your, like, hospitals and your schools and businesses and things like that. AMD's for the consumer and individual gamer. And the gamer. Well, technically, the AMD can do more multitasking than the Intel can, right? But Intel's better at focusing.
Eve. Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Hey.
Are you ready to chow the freak down tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm always ready to eat, but you know, with large meals comes people, and then conversations must be initiated to discuss the state of things. That's what I worry about. Even though your people are usually really good. They don't really deviate from a lot of stuff. So it's not like we're going to have a food fight or anything. There you go. And happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing well. What's up? The computer on their phones today literally fall apart. Fortunately, Motorola's battery is starting to go after only 3 years. Really? You have to pay a battery redone to keep it until it breaks. Oof. That's what I don't like. I used to love older phones where you could just swap out the battery. You know, the old flip phones. They're utterly useless by today's standards, but you could change your own battery. You know, I didn't have to go to a store and spend $100 on a battery and then, you know, have to pay somebody $80 just to put it in there. You know, it's like it's like $200 just to replace a battery. It's stupid. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Go.
AMD is also focusing their stuff on gaming as opposed to general use. It also happens to be good for videos, streaming and the rest. Like how Apple is accidentally good at art programs.
Yeah, they're accidentally good at art programs. It's like, yeah, all of our other apps are kind of meh, but art, you know. We have an iPad, and it's an older one. It still has a button on it. Okay, that's how old this thing is. Like the little center button at the bottom. Yeah, that's how old it is. The apps still work on it, surprisingly. God, I really don't want to get another iPad. I don't do enough digital art to on an actual tablet that would even warrant me getting another one. It's like if I got to do digital art, I got a Wacom tablet that I've been using forever. Yeah. You technically can't swap out the battery on this without breaking the water-resistant seal, but I'm too cheap to buy another $500 phone. No, I totally get that. I would totally break the water-resistant seal. I have not had my phone in or near water, like ever. You know? One, I feel like if there's enough water around it that it could hurt the phone, it's going to hurt me. You know? The problem that it's almost impossible to get dust and water resistant. That is true. The worst is when you get a cat hair in a case, a phone case, and it doesn't matter. The thing could be sealed up tight. Somehow a cat hair, or if you have a dog or something, pet hair, gets in there, and it's right where you got to press your little thing, and it's just, you can't get it out unless you take the whole thing apart. You can't even try to blow it out of this protective case, because we got one of those cases that has like the glass seal over it and everything like that. It's got the shock resistant edges and stuff. This thing is supposed to be like almost waterproof, and I'm like, how did a cat hair even get in here? It gets everywhere. It's ridiculous. So now I got this one stray cat hair. I'm too lazy to take this thing apart because it takes a while. I got to get like little screws and stuff. It's one of those. I don't know what the hell's with dust. Dust always gets in there too. Magic cat hair. Let me get some, probably water. I think I've been drinking coffee all day. Boop. I got a derpy face on. Look at the derpy face. Oh, it's gone. She's got a brain in her eye. They're looking all right. Let's see, where do we go? Hey, Lost Pixie 1. Nice. Back when replaceable batteries, users complained how large and thick phones were. Here's the thing. I'm of the school of, wow, I don't have to be tethered to a wall to talk to somebody. You know? Okay, so, yeah. No, dude, it's like you grow up with like those type of phones that were like on walls. Dude, a low portable phone was amazing. I didn't care how much of a brick that thing was. You know? Dropped my phone in a bucket of water twice and no water damage. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on, let me refresh something. It's getting stupid. Boop. All right, got it. No, every once in a while it lags. I gotta fix it. What the hell was the other thing? No, like I said, we don't have a very, very eventful life, especially when we're working. So it's like I already talked about the bagel bites. That was the eventful thing. I don't know. Go.
Can you even buy new phones anymore that are battery swappable?
I kind of doubt it. I mean, we'd probably have to do a search for, battery swappable phones. Rather not have my phone slip through the couch cushions. Yeah, phones are ungodly thin right now. Right. I'm that person that if I ever get a phone that's thin, I put this huge case around it, so it ends up looking like a cheap piece of crap phone. And then, you know, people are like, dude, what kind of phone is that? I'm like, well, it's an iPhone. They're like, yeah, but what do you have it in that thing for? I'm trying to keep it protected. That thing is like, well, no, this is the weird garbage old one. So those things actually, you drop it the wrong way, they shut. You know the ones with the glass back, the older ones? Ugh. Oh, we got ads running. All right, let them run. Let them run. You could just, what? You can, it's just more of them, or Samsung, the Motorola, or Apple. Yeah, Apple doesn't let you change nothing. What? That's their whole thing, man. It's like, there was never a device that they came out with, not since like, what, the old iMac books, that you could actually take the battery out. Dude, even the laptop we have now, I have to take that whole thing apart. But even like regular laptops now are kind of like that. No, they have the laptop battery is actually inserted like into the motherboard area. So you got to pop that out and get new ones. It's ridiculous. Finally 10 in a row again. Yeah. Spock, what's up? What? 10 in a row. Let's go. You can. Most of those dumb phones have replaceable batteries. Yeah. iPhones didn't even come up with SIM cards anymore. It was the official, what, breath of life when you got a new phone. It was official once the SIM card was in from your old phone. Good times. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know what they got to have a SIM card slot, or do they just doing a virtual SIM card now? Yeah. Still replace parts of my laptops and printer. Plus, I'll find a way to do the same with my phone, probably. Yeah, just keep right to repairing that thing until it stops. Virtual SIM cards. Yeah. It's literally, it's got a virtual SIM card, dude. You know. Yeah, so you can't even just stick in a SIM card. Oh, so you're telling me the next phone I get, I can't just swap out my SIM card? Come on. Come on, dude. Now I got to go to some dumb moron of a place and have some pleb at the counter switch over my thing. I don't want to deal with that. Many SIM cards either get a side tray or get in or put in under a sticker behind the battery, claiming it's virtual when it's physical and hidden. Ah, okay. So then why do they call them that? That's essentially a lie. You know, like, Your Honor, it's not virtual at all. It's right here. Yeah. Not even a slot, just a decoration. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, phones will do that. Speaking of which, yo, my hands are all weird stiff today. So much computer work the last couple of weeks. Oof. Trying to think the last thing I had to repair was the iPod. The old iPod. Yeah, back in my day. That kind of thing. That's in U.S. mainly. As usually, you whined about it, so they still get physical or eSIM. Ah, okay. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. Here's the thing I like, because from my old phone to my current phone, I just put the SIM card in and boop, I didn't have to talk to anybody. That's what I liked about it. I don't want to have to go to a store and have them, well, we got to hook this up to this, blah, blah, blah. Unless I can do it myself. I can do it myself fine. But, yeah. No, I hate that crap. I hate having to deal with people, especially in phone stores. You know? Because it's like, I feel like they all work on commission. They're like, hey, what about getting this? What about getting that? What about this plan? What about that plan? No, let me tell you about my plan. You do this, you don't talk to me, and I get the hell out of here. That's my plan. It doesn't cost you anything. God, people. No, because you got to sit there and make... I would love people to understand that small talk is not necessary. I think Denmark is the only country that understands that small talk is not necessary. Or it could be Sweden. I forget. I got to buy my phone straight up and went with a third-party pay-as-you-go plan. Nice. The ads definitely just showed Alienware. Ooh. We were just talking about computers. Those Alienware ads have been running all over the place, especially now. Because it's the holiday season. Yeah, that's right. You just got to keep throwing ads at people until people think that they need your thing. Yeah. I don't know. That's the way it works. Thought it was Germany. Could be Germany. I don't know. I don't know. It's like, what do you talk about though when you're just having like some dude bro just doing the work there, and I'm like, yeah, nice weather. Like I just even the mere thought of trying to go through that and me pretending to just go through the mundane by the numbers conversations about the weather, or God forbid they bring up sports. Hey, you see the game? No, guy. Sorry. I didn't see the game. I don't even know what season and what sport is going on right now. If you're talking about Dark Souls, yeah, I saw the game. They did a speed run on GDQ. Did you see that? Did you see the game, bro? They'd be like, huh? Good. All right, if I'm on, then I can just talk about anything. All I know is Canada did a baseball thing recently. They did the baseball. I don't even know which game. Yeah. Right? Yeah, you play D&D too? Did you see the game? I know that's a little vague too. Well, what game? We're talking about chess, checkers, baseball, football. What are we doing? Soccer, hockey, shuffleboard, curling, bocce ball. I don't know. Game of Thrones. Oh god. Tiddlywinks. Pinochle. Jenga. Boggle. Operation. Gotta be more specific. Maybe WWE video game with Triple H's as the game. All right. You can just go down the list. Maybe that should be my thing. I should just, have on my phone like a convenient list of just a name of every game. Anytime somebody's just like, oh, did you see a game? Well, which game? What are you talking about? Yeah, and then just quickly go through the list where they don't even have a moment to say, no, dude, I was talking about baseball. And I just keep going. Yeah, just name it. Tetris, what is it, Pac-Man? Just list every game ever made. And that will be the whole thing. And they'll be like, no, dude, I have to go through the list. I got this OCD. Just say you're neurodivergent, I'm neurodivergent. If I don't complete this list, I'm going to go insane. Okay? Frogger? That guy will walk off and go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'll be right back. You keep on with your list. No, you have to hear it. Parcheesi, Yahtzee, Monopoly, Uno, Life. God, I really want to do that now. I want to make a printout. Minecraft, Sims, Dr. Mario, Earthbound, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good. All right, so who's doing like what? What's going on? List every Lego game. Oh, God. Imagine. Now, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if people have to travel or they're just going to be chilling. Do they got to do home things? Like, what's going on? There's a Ouija board. Did you see the game? No, man, last time I played with that game, dude, I was summoning ghosts. I was talking to my dead grandma. What game are you talking about? Ouija board, dude. It's Parker Brothers, bro. Yeah, you know that little symbol on the side? It's a portal to hell. Start getting into weird conspiracy crap like that. Dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Redeem hydrate. Oh, I got to hydrate now? Yeah, I probably should. Hydrate with coffee. Let's go. Boop. This deck is very zombie heavy today. Mm-hmm. Boop. Yeah. Dead grandma refused to give me secret family recipe. Wouldn't that be some crap? Like, okay, yeah, you have a dead grandma. You contact them. They actually answer. Like, Grandma, I need that secret recipe for that meatloaf you used to make. You imagine their response if they're like, you know, you're doing a Ouija board and they're like, you didn't care when I was alive. Why would I give it to you now? Some people would take comfort in that and be like, it is Grandma. That kind of thing. Oh, God. Mm. Well, here's the thing about weird family recipes like that. It's usually very eyeball, you know, especially the older generation. They're like, yeah, you just put this in there, maybe an egg, and you know, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. That's every recipe is a little bit of that, a little bit of this, but they don't tell you what this and that is. Ever hear about the awkward seances, right? What? You imagine how tired your hands would be if they went on and be like, you're doing a Ouija board, and they're like, yeah. And if you contact your grandfather, tell him I'm very angry at him. Remember that one time that he parked that car, you know, on the side of the street, and I said there was alternate side of the street parking. He didn't listen to me, and we got that $50 ticket. Yeah, because the city's a bunch of pricks and stuff. And it just goes on and on. You're like, Grandma, my arms are getting real tired with this Ouija board.
Don't tell me the secret ingredient was Grandpa's ashes.
Yeah, right? Don't. Oh, man. Thank you. I go over there, adds mayo to banana bread recipes to keep it moist. Yay, mayo. I know if that's a normal thing or not, but it's so good. Usually no, but what at least for our minimal baking thing, I've noticed that if I put yogurt as a baking ingredient, it ends up making things very moist. So it actually, I'm sure there's some credence to that. Yeah. Well, it's just keeps it moist. I did it with some cookies. It's good. You don't got to put a lot. 8 demons and up. Where'd I leave off? Sweet. Read that. Yeah, we were going to bake something to bring over for a Thanksgiving thing, but we're just like, let's just get the cheesecake. We are not baking people. Especially when there's pressure, because then it's like somebody's going to eat this. I don't want to be held responsible. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So, no, I was saying, people got to travel. What are you guys doing? I'm sure everyone's going to be gathering around a television to watch the sports ball. Don't they usually have a football game on Thanksgiving? That's like usually the thing. Football. I know. You know there was something wrong with you as far as sports interest went when it was like, I think you went over to your uncle's place and everybody was super excited about this game. They're like, come on, the game's on. And you're like, huh? They're like, no, I'm good. I'm like, no, but dude, this is like at the end of the thing. But come on. Yeah, let me know what happens.
Fat, salt, sugar, yum.
All the ingredients a healthy individual needs to become unhealthy. Good. Thank you. Dinner at my aunts and uncles. Thank you, release just across town. Nice. No, because every once in a while, it's like you got to go to that one relative's house and they're like, 4 states over, and you're like, oh, God, it's a 4-hour drive. It's a 4-hour drive to be there for 4 hours and then 4 hours back. It's literally a 12-hour day of dealing with people in the car, having arguments for 4 hours, and then dealing with the car ride back home, where everybody's sleeping, but you still have to drive, even though you ate the most turkey. And now you're super full and tired. Yeah. Dinner at my dad's after work. Nice. There you go. Cool. Sports are the same game being done again and again. It's a repeat. That would be fun if you have no knowledge of sports whatsoever. You go in there and you just be like, hey, no, man, this is a repeat. No, that guy grabs the ball and he runs. I've seen this 100 times. Yeah, and eventually he gets to the end and he's like super happy about it. And the crowd applauds. Dude, this is a rerun. I'm not watching this. And then just leave the room. But you got to be convincing about it, Oh, yeah, this is that show with the guy with the bat and he hits it. And yeah, the ball goes out into the air and stuff. People running around and, hey, it's a rerun. Yeah. And Fister's feed me. We'll say, I already have too much food from work. Meeting for a year this time. Yes. Nice. So you got to get those airtight things, start freezing stuff, make yourself little meal plans. Sports are the same game. Finding someone else saying why I find all sports boring. There are moments in sports that are interesting. You know, bottom of the ninth, you know, 2 outs, you know, bases loaded. That happens every once in a while, and it's cool when you see it. You know, super cool boxing match, you know, like, oh, man, you know. And I could get the excitement, but your average game, I don't care about a midseason baseball game between the team that will never get in the playoffs and the other team that hasn't won a game since its inception, you know. Like, there are just some things I know are not going to be exciting. Yeah. And it's weird because we used to listen to a lot of sports radio, honestly, because it would be the thing that would put me to sleep the quickest. So the worst games imaginable where nothing happened. It was like the whole game went on, full 9 innings, went on for 4.5 hours, finally ended in 1-0. Dude, the way these talk show people were like, they tried to make it, oh, it was such a great game, and this guy, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how they stretch out a 3-hour show for a game that was just so boring. Yeah, man, it was like, you know, it was ball after ball. Like, oh my, why? Ugh. What? The best thing to go to sleep to was actually a baseball game. It's like, what? And they always have like that one announcer and blah 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 is coming up to the plate. Yeah, he's 0 for 3 this season. Yeah, and they have that very dry voice, and they're just, oh god, especially the older ones. You know, like, yep, he's 0 for 3 this season, and rumor has it, you know, yeah, it's a medical issue, but seems to be doing pretty good with that. Yeah, stubbed his toe last week. That's a ball. And yeah, the catcher seems to be cleaning his cleats. You're like, oh god.
What's that game where you use a hockey stick to move a soccer ball to the goal?
I don't know, but it'd be interesting. It would be interesting. They should do that. I said this before. Just take every element of every sport and smash it all together. Yeah. Make it interesting. Badminton. What am I going to do with that? What? And then soccer announcers are just over the top. There's nothing happening in soccer most of the time, and they all sound like every little moment is this epic crescendo of excitement. And I'm just like, they're still kicking it back and forth, bro. It's been nuts away for 20 minutes. It's Calvin Ball. Lacrosse polo. What, with the horses in the water? Seems dangerous. Would golf be the better option for falling asleep to? Probably, but I don't know enough about golf. Like, I still don't know what birdie, under par. The only thing I understand is hole in one. Yeah. Like, I'm like, he's like, you know, 2 under par. I'm like, who's par? What? Par what? Par what? Yellow flag goes up. Everyone's talking about it for weeks. There's a flag. Oh. That's just WWE going with a basic basketball field. That would be pretty good, too. But the pitch field is the arena football size. Oh, that'd be tedious. 5th grade gym teacher made us all learn to play golf. Why? Were they like one of those teachers that couldn't run? So they're like, all right, we're still going to learn about sports. You don't have to run in this one. You just move slightly and then walk a little bit.
Let's freaking go.
Card battle. Midnight. Toker. All right. You's got to roll. Equal to or greater than We just saw this. Well, try 13, see what happens. You don't get a 13, we'll do a new card because it's a... All right, hold on. You're keeping the 7? All right, no, we saw that card, but you're keeping the 7, and we're going to do a new card for you. I don't like when repeats show up. I have 100 and something cards here. I hate repeats. All right, you're keeping the 7, though. Oh, God, that was worse. All right. You tried. All right, I gave him another chance. I hate repeats. Oh. You tried. Oh. Do. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh, what the hell happened there? Dude, I look off to the screen. Everything got all squiffy woo. Holy crap. All right, let's do some days, chat. Come on, we got days. Shove it out. We got the days, right? Right, what day is it? Let's see what we got here. Republic Day in Mongolia. This doesn't help me. National Cake Day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Why would they do that the day before Thanksgiving? That is so stupid. It's National Cake Day. Fill up on cake so you can fill up on other foods or you're going to die. It's National Jukebox Day. When was the last time you saw a jukebox? I feel jukebox it should just be this very elusive box that would be on like Dead by Daylight or something. It's a jukebox, dude. I can never catch it. Keeps juking me. The dude, there was this one diner that actually had a little booth jukeboxes where you'd like put a quarter in there and it would play music. It was bizarre. It was like an old place. What's a jukebox? You put records in it and you put money in it and then you press a button and then it would pull that record out or CD or whatever they had and it would play whatever song you wanted on that thing. It was bizarre. Ed Clown, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing well. You're a good people. Thank you. The one on... Oh, I was going to... The... Dyslexia strikes. See, that looked like the Taiwan Day. Really, before Thanksgiving. So they want you to have cake, get drunk, and I guess play with your music. And it's Drinksgiving. Dude, they want people dead. Holy crap. Wow, just these 4 days, huh? Hold on, there we go. That's a little bizarre. So you got Republic Day, Cake Day, Jukebox Day, Taiwan Day, and Drinksgiving Day. So 2 holidays where you can drink on one day, which means you're not going to make it to wherever you got to go tomorrow. And Cake Day. I'm going with Cake Day. They better show a cool cake here. Let's see. Let's hear what kind of cool cake we got here, man. What's this, like chocolate's got fruit on it? I feel like this is kind of overkill because the cake is sweet, right? The chocolate's sweet. And then they put marshmallows, coconut, and then a bunch of these. What the hell is that? Those sliced chocolate covered orange? Weird. Didn't know I was celebrating previous years. There you go. Cake Day is a holiday celebrated annually in the United States on November 26th, used to celebrate the dessert ubiquitous to nearly all American households. The cake. After all, nearly every American household will eat cake at some point during the year. Whether it's for a birthday, an anniversary, retirement, celebration, school graduations. Therefore, it seems like a good day to honor the centerpiece of all these celebrations, the cake. Okay, whatever. Like, I can't deal with that. I was hoping we'd get some good days, like, impending dread of the in-laws day, that kind of thing. Something steeped in reality because, next day's Thanksgiving. You're like, oh, God. Yeah. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know. You should be eating all this cake today. You're just going to get hurt. Your stomach is going to get a tummy ache. Inevitable regifting day. Yeah. I generally I don't know. I think everybody's that knows us has been like pretty good about gifts, I guess. It's usually either food or if they can't come up with a food thing, it's like, here's some money. And I'm like, all right. Yeah. I'm never that person who's like, they didn't really put a lot of thought into this. I'm like, no, because I can put thought into this $20 and do something with it. Let's see. Less than a whole month to Christmas. Yep. Christmas is right around the corner. I'm all right with it. I'm settling into Christmas. Christmasite. What? Well, I mean, they're pretty much, depending on the town that you live in, it's kind of like, Halloween just got murdered because everyone just does trunk or treat, depending on where you are. And then it's like Thanksgiving's Thanksgiving, Christmas kind of steamrolls over everything anyway. So it's just, I feel like that's where my bit of resentment comes from. It's like if they could just hold off until like, end of November, that'd be kind of nice. But they really started up way too soon. Yeah. Frankly, if you thought about me and got me some, how's that not caring? You'd be, oh, guys, I feel like we've all been around long enough that we know that one person who's just like, oh, thanks. That kind of thing. I don't know. It's like, what were you expecting? A new car? No, hold on. Like, whatever will be there, like the car delivery place will be showing up in like 25 minutes. Just wait outside. Christmas should only start the last week of November. Yeah. I mean, ideally, October would be Halloween. November would be Thanksgiving. December would be Christmas. But, they turned, Christmas into such a commercial thing, but it's always been that way. Yeah. That's why it's called Black Friday. No, but I'm going to try to enjoy it this year. I'm going to try to enjoy it this year. Doesn't mean I will. I'll make an attempt. It'll be a half-hearted attempt, but we'll probably work through the entire month anyway. Last 5 weeks here, it went fast. Yeah, it is kind of weird, right? This whole year, I feel like it just turned 2025. And now it's like 2026 is like almost there, and I'm like, oh my God, really? But we still got to do a lot of stuff. Oh God, yeah, you gotta get your crap together for 25th anniversary, because that's next year. 25 years of Foamy. Oh my God. Yeah. See how long it goes on after that. All the Amazon sales are all fake. The price is same. Yeah, if you look up there's numerous price checkers that will give you the history of certain things you're looking at on the interwebs. So if you're looking at Amazon, you're like, wow, that looks like a good deal. Just double check the price, because that could not be the lowest price that they've had. Again, the only thing that I've seen so far was Sylvester McCoy, Doctor Who, the first season of Sylvester McCoy, Doctor Who, the Seventh Doctor, $15. First season. Blu-ray. And I was like, dude, $15? That's not bad. Dude, $15? Yeah, that was it. That was like the best deal I saw. I was like, oh, damn, that's not $50. Good. Happens to just rename Prime deals to Black Friday deals. Yeah. What, I got a template. They're not going to literally redo the whole site. Yeah. If only make it to 100 years. No. But you can only be like, well, you have an episode coming out Friday, and then it's like the next episode is Christmas related. But it almost ties back to that Christmas rant, No Christmas for You. And it's just like, after a while, you're like, oh my God, this is still an issue. And then you're like doing almost another rant about it. And it's just like, oh God, can things change? We have this thing about, we don't like having to cover another topic or the same topic about a particular thing in an episode, because it's like, it should have been fixed by then, especially the Christmas thing where everyone's like, there are literally people who are just like, it's happy holidays. I'm like, no, it's Merry Christmas. Well, I don't celebrate Christmas. Okay, I do. So it should be happy holidays. It is for me. Why isn't it for you? Why are you so miserable? That kind of thing. Yeah, so it goes on and on. It's just, ugh. There should be laws against false discounts. Yeah, I always feel like every time there's a discount on any website, it's like, oh, this is the list price, $59.99, but we're selling it at an all-time low for $49. But then I've never seen it higher than $49. It's like weird. It does come off as like this fake discount to get you to buy it. Yeah. You get the opposite where people get angry for saying happy holidays. You can't win. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, God, why make it so difficult? I've never taken offense to anybody saying happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, et cetera, et cetera. I don't take offense to it. I don't care. They're saying happy something, merry something. They're not like sucky Christmas, bro. You know, like they're not wishing anything bad upon me. So it's like, why would I care? Yeah. Remember when Ben Stein defended Christmas trees a while back? Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are going to try to be making statements with publicly displayed Christmas trees this year, you know, because they want to worry about what's happening in other countries or some BS. Hey, Negan won. Nice. Yeah, spreading happiness is the goal. So I don't know why people get so bent out of shape. Yeah. But I know there are like, you know, state and government areas want to have the non-secular happy holidays things, but you know, I don't see the reason why anybody would get bent out of shape about somebody saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, you know. Ugh. That audible sound of disgust. Ugh. And then they begrudgingly say Happy Holidays, you know, emphasizing that their virtual signaling way of saying Happy Holidays and addressing that is the right way. You know, that's how you should say it. Oh, really? That's how I should say it. God. Merry Festivus. Yeah. Day after Thanksgiving, I'm planning to clean up nativity scene and see if I can make it look any better this year. Nice. There you go. Happy Yuletide. That sounds oceanic. First time chat. What's up? How's it going? Hyper Dragon. Hey, I didn't know you were on Twitch. I am. We've been on Twitch for 10 years. I think just about. Let's see. I remember my older brother showing me your original Foamy animations when I was a kid. They shouldn't have done that. If you have any psychological trauma, you got to blame them. New episode Friday. Well, it's on YouTube. We literally came out with an episode every other week for the last 24 years, going on 25. Nice. Say what you will about us, but at least we're consistent. Merry Yule. Yule what? Yule what? Yuletide, pre-Christian Germanic and Norse festival that celebrates the winter solstice, which falls around December 21st based on a Google search. Yeah, but then you're going to have somebody who's going to be like, you know, winter isn't going to be a thing because everything is warming up. And here we go. Everyone likes to turn everything into this like political agenda for their own perspective. And it's just like, just enjoy the holidays. People go out of their way to be miserable, and I don't understand it. And we are of the dark soul kind, not the video game, just internally. You know, we're the dark cloud that hangs. We have a dark energy. All right, we're fine. So we are very miserable people. Go. No. 70 moons. Thank you, Sarah.
How people turn dude into a political agenda, so
Yep.
much so that you had to make a specific rant on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Like at a certain point, it's just like, you know, thank you. But darkness and being miserable. We understand misery, but it's like, I don't know why other people want to go out and look for something to be miserable about. Because if you're hardwired to be miserable, well, you're miserable. Yeah, that's some genetic neurospicy thing. Fine, whatever. But I don't know. There are those people out there that are just so, I guess, board or something, that they literally feel the need to correct people about how certain things should be said, how you're not doing this the right way, or blah, 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 that kind of thing. When it comes to like holidays and stuff like that, the politically correct mind, which inevitably just means a polite way of censoring other people. But whatever. They don't want people to live and let live. Well, that's the other thing. It's so annoying. It's like, just whatever, I've been forgetting to ask for a while. Any chance of adding newer episodes to archive.org, or those remain only to current sites? Well, technically, they shouldn't even be up there. But we posted some a long time ago, but all the important ones are pretty much on Newgrounds. So if you're looking for the first season stuff, those are going to be on Newgrounds. Archive.org. Super useful because I keep telling them to, not put stuff up there, and yet they keep doing it. It's not like they're salvaging lost content, because we have it and it's available for people to get, God, people. Give it throw it over to Mr. Lobo. Come to showtime, baby. I don't know. So I figured what purchase, just have you rolling up. Yeah, it sticks. If Mr. Lobo's going to be on tonight, we'll probably raid them. Yeah. That's what we do. I haven't done the draw long. God, we're so terrible at that. Again, we've been working literally 14 hours a day for the last 2 weeks, every freaking day. With the exception of the one day we got those bagel bites from Dunkin' Donuts. Happy midwinter. No, but even that, you can't even comment on the weather because somebody wants to turn it into like, the environment. I don't know how many more winters you're going to enjoy. Ocean's getting warmer. The air's getting warmer. California's on fire. It's always on fire, lady. Think it'll be rolling in about an hour and a half? Yeah, probably. Yeah, usually it's around 8 o'clock. All right. Sometimes we go long, but probably not today because our ears are destroyed. California is burning its own right regularly. Yeah. California's got so many problems. It's astounding. Happy Feast of Midwinter, or Merry Midwinter, or Merry Feast. I literally, no matter what, if you say Merry Feast, somebody's going to be like, there are people starving. I don't know how you could eat all that food. Well, I could show you, that kind of thing. There's always somebody. What? Merry Christmas. Christmas. What are you going to do? Boop, 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 boop. Halfway out of the dark. Halfway out of the dark. Oh, yeah. Did we get rid of savings time or what? Was it daylight savings time, or are we keeping that? What is happening? God, I hate this every time. Bum, 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 bum. One time I started saying Merry Xmas to someone, and they cut me off mid-sentence. I got out Merry, and then they interrupted me, and I was like, cool, marijuana? Marijuana? Who does that? Daylight savings time. It's usually around 5 o'clock. It's not finalized to end the time change. Of course not. Yeah, why would I do that? I vote we delete daylight savings. I feel like that would be good. Now, would you want it to be darker earlier or lighter later? Darker earlier, lighter later. I feel like whatever it is now, I'm more in sync with stuff. Because when the darkness creeps in earlier, I feel a little happier. Lighter later. I feel like I'd get used to it. It's just I won't have a lot of free roaming time. Yeah. Picked up from Christopher Titus and his wife, Ray, both of whom are fantastic comedians. Nice. Beep, beep, beep. People get mad at me for saying Merry Xmas, ironically. The X is short for Christian. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a holiday that I've done a greeting to that I have not encountered somebody having a bad comment about. I've said Happy Halloween, and I've had somebody say, that's a satanic holiday. And I'm like, who are you hanging out with? I'm all about the spooky movies and candy. So I don't know what you do on your weekends. Thanksgiving, of course, ends up being this political thing between, pilgrims and Native Americans and becomes a disaster. I just look at Thanksgiving as getting together with people who are still alive in your family and enjoying the time together, even if you can't enjoy the time together. And Christmas, we already discussed. Happy Kwanzaa. I've never had to say Happy Kwanzaa to somebody. Because everybody I know is just like, well, we don't really celebrate Kwanzaa. So we all kind of know that. There's this one person I do, but he's just like, that's not your holiday. So I don't know if that worked out. They were very of that realm of that's my people's holiday. And I'm like, okay, bro, sure. So yeah, there is that, No, I've said Happy Hanukkah. I've actually never had a problem saying Happy Hanukkah to somebody. Even though I'm not Jewish, I like everybody that I know that is or feigns every once in a while. If you say Happy Hanukkah, they're like, hey, thanks, Happy Hanukkah, that kind of thing. And I wonder if there's got to be something about that. But no, because I don't get that. Well, that's not your holiday, that kind of thing. I'm just like, I don't think they generally care. Sam Hain. Oh, I've never said Sam Hain to somebody. Like, happy Sam Hain. Yeah. No, because then you have the same people will be like, oh, that's the devil's holiday. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's a pagan holiday. Yes, pagans, devil. I'm like, no, just whatever. Yeah, it's the realm of the that's our word kind of thing. It's not like I hang out with them all the time either. It's just like, I feel like they were programmed a certain way as they grew up and it's kind of didn't deprogram. You haven't had people tell you that's not how you say Hain? I know it's supposed to be Sowen or whatever. But no, I've had people correct me on that and I'm just like, I don't care. Like, flat out. They get even more aggravated. You're not saying it right. Okay. You're supposed to say it good. You know how to say it good. So you keep correcting me every time I say it wrong because that's what I'm going to do. I'm giving you a job. Oh, God. There more to do. A flying reindeer isn't pagan. I don't know. Well, he got morphed into St. Nicholas, Good old St. Nick. I don't know. I've had someone correct me once, said it was pronounced salmon. Salmon? Or salmon? St. Nick Goldberg. It's called salmon. Salmon, the color, or fish? I think it's the same. How about we just celebrate Black Sabbath? Ozzy forever. You don't pronounce the L in salmon. He sounds like a Lord of the Rings salesperson. It's salmon. Hey, would you like to buy a ring? Oh, God. That would be terrible. Nativity of Black, dude. Samhain is how it's been told. It's properly pronounced. But who even knows if that's true? I'm like, that's the other thing you can always argue. Be like, well, did you exist during the time when this was actually a thing and you actually know the proper pronunciation of this? But I read in a book and phonetically it's supposed to be, yeah, you really, okay. I'm just going to go to some candy. I usually just trail off. People with better grasp of Old Irish. Yeah, but here's the thing. As an American, our grasp of Old Irish, even though we've had a ton of immigrants here, is pretty nil. I never learned Gaelic. And anyone that I knew that actually could, this one over here went to a Catholic school for a bit, super Irish. It was Irish or Italian. That was it for the most part. There were ones that actually knew Gaelic. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And they'd be like, I'm like, I don't understand any of that. What are you doing? I probably should have picked their brain about that, but I don't even know that was a thing at the time, you know? Like, I think the Celts would forgive you. Maybe they wouldn't. All right, they're gonna bust in on my Ouija board conversation with my grandma about this hidden recipe. You know, like if you cared about the recipe, you would have asked me when I was. Excuse me, this guy over there doesn't know how to play. He keeps saying Sam Hain. That's not how it is. Let me get in there. I don't know. Every time I do an impersonation of somebody, like I have no concept of an Irish accent. It's like I can't do one for some reason. I love to learn Gaelic, but I have no use for it. Yeah, especially in Ireland now. Look into it. It's getting crazy. Family tree is Bailey, Stephanaki families, a few generations back of Italian and Irish. Nice. Sam Habit. All right, where's my coffee? Let me get some liquids. Boop. Liquids. Shibada. All right. Like the red dress one. Oh yeah, where'd that go? It's gone, right? Yeah, we'll see it in another 600 cycles. Let's see. You shall not pass savings. That'd be pretty good. Irish is Gaelic, but I'm not that great in it. Worked in the Gaelic and I can't pronounce that. Together got interested, but the Duolingo wasn't teaching me functional conversation. Yeah, I don't know how any of those language apps work. I've never used one in my entire life. I wanted to learn like Spanish, but now I feel like I want to learn Italian. But your grandfather actually knew Italian, actually knew some Spanish because a lot of the words were very similar. Some of them weren't similar at all. You know, because they're all Latin based. So, you know, it's kind of, Bippity boppity boopy? That's not Italian. Dum bum bum. Rosetta Stone is on sale, but still expensive. Yeah, I feel like I should just find one of those. Is there like, I should just put on El Telemundo or something, you know, and just have that on in the background while I go to sleep. Wake up, all of a sudden I'll know Spanish. It'd be awesome. Osmosis. I'd love to learn Gaelic for my heritage, Japanese for obscure video games, but would probably learn Spanish for everyday life. Yeah, I feel like Spanish would be more useful. Well, I don't know if it would still be in the next 4.5 years or whatever, but we'll see. Just wait for AI to catch up. Will translate for us better. Well, yeah, I mean, there are headsets now you could just wear and it'll translate in real time, which is freaking awesome. I love that. Dude, that's really good. I mean, it's like when it works, it's amazing. You could just be like, yeah, dude, blah, 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 and it will just speak it right back to them in whatever language. Probably going to buy some Rosetta Stone situations. But it's different when you actually know how to speak the language, you know, because then you actually understand it and you can have the conversation. Yeah. My phone has real-time speech texting on it. Yeah. There's apps and everything for it. What was it? Didn't Facebook, Meta have those glasses that you can just, it does it right there? Like it'll just listen. God. You know, we're always worried about Big Brother monitoring us. Every person on a planet's going to have these freaking glasses. And it'll be like, I'm watching everything you're doing. It's going to be so annoying. Google Glass, too. I want an industry that's not tied to a giant corporation to come out with something cool and clever like that. Yeah. Still remember when Facebook said you can change the language, and one of the options was pirate. Yeah, what kind of pirate are we talking about? Pirates of the Caribbean or Somalian pirate? Because there's a big difference. Yeah. Or is it drank too much rum pirate? Caribbean. Yeah. Now, is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Ooh. Or even Chinese pirate. I feel like every nationality in every country had pirates. Anybody who had a boat and was stealing was a pirate. You know? And I feel like that was just about everybody. Yeah. Crab bean. Crab bean, dude. See. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Software pirates. See. Yar. Yar, I do be bootlegging the NES. Dude, you can't do that, Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo's like the British Navy at this point, you know, where they're just out there and they're just gunning people down in the waters, and they're just like, oh god, there's nowhere to run, man. Native Americans weren't pirates. I guarantee you, somebody in a boat stole something from another group of people, and they were then pirates. I think it's just nautical theft, isn't it? Like that's basically the requirement to be a pirate. Did you steal something on the water? Well, yeah, I'm a pirate. So something to think about when you go on a cruise. You could be like, dude, I went on this cruise. I came back a pirate. And they'd be like, what? Tell me the story. You know? And it's just like, I took this cookie from the buffet on the high seas. Right? Dude, you're supposed to pay for those cookies? Nope. I'm a pirate. It's the pirate's life for me. All right? Plus extra free sugar. And they were like, all right, well, does that really count? Yes, it counts. First recorded pirates are from 300 AD and were basically in charge of the gladiators and the female entertainment. That's the job I should get. Can't have pirates where there's no bodies of water to sail. A lake is still a body of water. All right? I mean, it's kind of like the kiddie pool version of pirates, but still you're a pirate. Yeah. You just have that one idiot saying, land ho, land ho, land ho, land ho. Hey, look back there, there's land. I know there's land. We're literally in a lake. I can see land all there. Land ho. All right, get off the boat. Fine, I'll just swim to shore. I don't care. Whatever, go ahead. Yeah, landlocked pirates. There you go. Cherubim Pirates. Bartholomew Roberts, Black Pirate, was a pirate who attacked Newfoundland in 1720. Nice. You want to have female entertainment as a job? Well, I could probably do both parts. You throw enough makeup on me, I look fabulous. Let's see. You don't have to worry about sharks. That's the other thing. Walking the plank isn't as intimidating, though. We're going to make you walk the plank. Yeah, but it's like 5 feet of water. I couldn't even drown in this, really. Yeah, you're right. They give him a little floaty duck inflatable, and they're like, get off the boat. And he just kind of waddles back to shore. There are landlocked pirates on the Texas border. They were in the news 3 years ago. See? Nice. New follow. Thank you. Anytime there's a body of water, and you're stealing something, you're a pirate. Look kind enough to what's always bad. Yeah, top of the skyscraper, walk the plank, still entertaining. Well, not for the people standing below. But do you think the fish get excited when somebody walks the plank? You think they follow the boat, and they're just like, I wonder if they're going to make somebody walk the plank. Yeah, they just keep going. Then the boat slows down a little bit. What's up? Alucard, what's up? Remember you from Jiggly Butt. There you go. Still make episodes. Next one Friday. What? We are still around. We're still doing stuff. All right. Also spread the word, because apparently we don't promote enough, and then nobody knows. And people are like, dude, really? Chum is chum, bro. Exactly. Foamy Black Friday. Yeah, we got to do something murderous with the squirrel. Yeah. We got another plan to kind of readjust things. And for those who don't keep up, every couple of years, we're like, we got to change things around a little bit. Get different. I get bored, you know. Have them throw nuts at people again. It's weird. It's like one of those cartoons that everyone got bent out of shape at. You're murdering people. I'm like, it's a cartoon. No, nobody grew up with cartoon violence anymore. Come on. Plan to make some readjustments. Yeah. Well, we had so many different series, and it's just like, that's why it's been going on so long, because at least we do try to change things up to be interested. It's like we literally don't hire anybody. It's just him doing this thing. And if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get crazed, you know? So it's good to change things up, work different styles. So,
Look at my
feel like the industry is already full of...
jiggle. Look at it. Look at my jiggly butt. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. It's beautiful. Jiggle, jiggle.
Card battle. Feel like the industry is already full of a lot of re-re's. Yep. There's always a re. Re. Okay. There we go. DJC, you got to roll equal to or greater than, hopefully not a repeat card. 15. It's that guy. Boop, 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 boop. 15. Card battle. 11. No. No. Yeah, she actually got character info on that website. You know, look it up. That's what you should do, is actually freaking get the rest of those characters fleshed out. You got like 12 other characters you want to introduce. 5 people, 1 bingo. Let's see if I was one of them. Probably not. I'm looking for my pen. I'm looking for my pen. Where is it? Boop. Wow. I got nothing. Wow. Wow. I roll a 10. Come on, 11. What? Whatever would happen to Leroy if it was, what? Taken to Europe by Begley. I think Begley's having enough problems over there right now. That, you know, it's a shame you don't get into politics, because people, I feel like, would like to hear the squirrel's opinions on it, especially Begley now. But it's like, it's such a dicey thing to get into. You know, it's like and even though it's cartoons, people would be like, but, you know, and they'd get all angry and upset. And I'm just like, oh God. Yeah. I think you could start being edgy again when people realize that cartoons are fictional and what they say is adherent to a fictional world. And until that happens, you know. What? Fall asleep, go? All right. There you go. That's always, catch you later. Have a good night. Nautical Razor, rest up, be well. Don't eat anything weird. I don't know. You gotta rest. Rest. Be well and good vibes. Spock is rated.
It's alright.
3, 2, 1.
Destroy
Hey,
them all with
thank you,
hands
Spock.
and treats.
What do you mean you're rating? You're already here. Pirate. Yar. Just eat my pizza flavored Pringles. Oh, that's what I forgot to get at the store. Damn it. I wanted to get chips. I forgot the chips. Specifically Pringles, too. Oh, no, everybody closed early. No, a lot of the supermarkets actually closed early because of Thanksgiving. Thankfully, you know, as much as I'd like to have people wait on me at, like, you know, 9 o'clock at night so I can get a can of Pringles. It's kind of cool that they, you know, closed up early so everyone can do their traveling, spend time with the families and stuff. Really gonna go. All right. That's the time politician acting like they care about average people. Yeah, no politician cares about anything, I don't think. Here's the thing, I haven't personally met any of these so-called politicians. So I don't know if their level of concern is true or not. But generally, I believe it's not a thing that they do. Oh, but there is one thing, because we are glossing over that. Let's see if I can find it. God, now where the hell am I gonna find this? I got so many things here. Where is this guy? Come on. Okay. Oh, good. And ads is going to start soon, too, so I can get this out of the way, and then we can drop the thing. But speaking of politicians, you wouldn't expect a particular one to care about this. Rush Hour 4. Rush Hour 4 revived at Paramount with Brett Ratner at President Trump's request. So with everything going on in the world, we have a world leader who is like, we need more of this. I am not opposed to this concept. If this movie is good, I will be really happy about that. And I'm surprised that that actually is a thing. But good, we got an ad coming up, so we don't have to Rush Hour reboot. I think it's 4. Rush Hour 4 revived. They were going to work on a Rush Hour 4, and then it stopped. So, yeah, there we go. Finally, a politician who cares. All right, we'll be right back. Takes a break for ears. Pizza foot. Pizza by the foot? Oh my God. Dude. Dude, a foot of pizza. Hold on. Little Caesars used to sell a foot of pizza. I know it's not a big deal. It's actually less than what you would get in probably, because pizzas are like normally 12 inches round. Unless you're getting a large, then they're like 17 or something like that, right? So nearly 3 feet of pizza. Wow, it says 3 feet of pizza. Nearly 3 feet of pizza. Holy crap. I wish I knew about this. I'd probably be like 100 pounds heavier. But, dude, 3 feet of pizza. That is, measure it out. It's a lot of pizza. It's a lot of pizza. I think that's more than actual. Why did they stop this? And look, it's like it's all separated from different. Look, you got your different toppings. You got just pepperoni. You know, for people who are like, I don't want pepperoni. Here you go. There's your non-pepperoni slices. You know, et cetera, et cetera. So this should be brought back. Petition chat. We need a petition on the internet. Internet, get on this. You're going to let 3 feet of pizza not exist? You're probably not getting it for $10.99, but, I mean, nevertheless, that's... Yeah, foot by foot. It's ridiculous. That's amazing to me. The world needs this right now, okay? Pizza is super cheap to make, all right? So let's at least have fun with our crappy food we shouldn't be eating in mass. But, you know, let's bring it back. I say we bring it back. And Little Caesar needs... Boom. All right. Yeah, I'm back. I'll take a short break. Yeah, all right.
Do you understand the words coming from my AI language model size?
Maybe. Depends on if it's gibberish or not. Boop. All right. So, yeah, this will be kind of weird. Hopefully this will work, though. Yeah. As reported by Brett Ratner, Hercules will return to his director. Why wasn't he doing anything? Work on a franchise, 3 installments. 50-year director reportedly getting close to family after the work of upcoming Prime Video documentary. Okay, I see. Some schmoozing happened. All right. See how that goes. All right, let's see what other weird news is happening. Boop. All right. Me IRL. What's going on here? What does this say? All right. Oh, would you stop it back there? Good. People in the 1950s, we saved up $8,000. Let's buy a home. People today just spent $193.87 on breakfast. This is true. That is actually painfully accurate. Like when we went to Dunkin' Donuts, we didn't get a lot of stuff. It was still almost $20. And I'm just like, what the hell? I'm like, it doesn't even make any sense. Hold on, Mike Fan's stand is falling a little bit. All right, I think that's better. Boop. It is what it is. Boop. All right. Ads are done. You know, we're talking about you could get a home at $8,000 in the 1950s. Allegedly. Boop. What does this happen? HTML. Oh, let's see. Top 5. I can't read. Top 5. Top 5 winter horror films for the holiday season. Winter horror? I see 6 of them there. They can't even count. All right, whatever. Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. All right, there's a trailer for this. For people who don't know, Kill Bill is getting the Tarantino cut, which essentially is going to be both movies squished together with a new animated sequence the way he actually wanted it. So this is going to be this huge, long movie. But apparently the powers that be wanted it cut into 2 different movies. You know, they're like, no, you got to cut it up. Quentin, it's too long. It's too long. God. Yeah. In theaters, December 5th. Oh, dude, that's like next week. I didn't even know that. Whole Bloody Affair, single unrated version of Quentin Tarantino's 2-part film, combining volume 1 and 2 into one continuous epic. The story follows blah, blah, blah. You already know that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so no, that's happening. I didn't think it was coming out that soon. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that. What? It's missed update the essentials for living costs more than luxury goods. Yeah, it kind of is. Like, dude, you could just walk down the street and end up spending like $70 on like water. And you're like, what the hell? Double feature night. If I can rent it on Prime. It'll probably make it there. Boop. What is this? Why is this happening now? Hey. All right, good. Woke up to this winter. What is this? 8, 16, 25, 4. What do they got? Oh, God, dude, look at that. 6, 15 instead of 16, 26, 27, 30, 58. Oh, they had the Powerball quick pick, too. 14. Yeah, that's an FML right there. Oh. Well, I mean, you know, not for nothing. You only got half the numbers. I mean, that's not even close. It's not like you were one number off, bro. You know? Like, I almost can't even feel terrible about that, where it's like, dude, I was so close. You weren't close at all. You weren't close at all, bro. I don't know what's going on here, but let's go through actual news. What do we got? Report. Crunchyroll appears to use AI-generated closed captioning in fall 2025 anime. The banished court magician aims to become the strongest. What the hell ever. Does anybody have a problem with this? Like, does anybody have a problem with AI being used for localized subtitles? Or closed captioning? I feel like that's a good thing. Like, look, it's like appears to use AI-generated closed captioning. Well, why is this a problem? Isn't that at one point? What are you gonna do? Are you putting translators out of work that we're doing it in real time? Like, it does. What are you doing? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some flubs and it's gonna mess things up, but I don't think I care. Crunchyroll is destroying its subtitles for no good reason. With the fall 2025 anime season, Crunchyroll demonstrates zero respect for anime as a medium, as a presentation quality. Its subtitles reach an all-time low. Apparently, this person isn't familiar with OG dubs from anime in the 80s. So, you know, days. Why don't you settle a bit? Just a little. Okay, there's a history behind this. So, yeah, I mean, of course, there's going to be some gibberish that happens. Crunchyroll's episode 6 dub released, Banished Court, blah, blah, blah. Was late, probably to do some internal issues. When it finally went up, the primary Japanese-English subtitle track had been accidentally replaced with a dub.
Hello, press how and gobble early.
Nah, not yet. Try not to eat. I'm saving all my gastrointestinal space for tomorrow.
They better not use AI for ghost stories anime though. That stuff is better broken lol.
What? You don't want the good version of that?
Granted, this generation think they're inventing everything.
Yeah, this is true. Let's see. Subtitle track has been accidentally replaced with a dub. Closed caption track revealed. Olang in the file headers. Oh no. Oh no, that means the company used it. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. This person's worried about anime being destroyed. They're destroying. They have no respect. When was the last time, bro? When was the last time anybody respected cartoons at all? Okay? But it's anime. It's cartoons. They're cartoons from Japan. You call them anime because you think it's special. They're cartoons. They are cartoons. Okay? Animation's animation. It's the same thing all over the world. Boop. Yeah, so I guess people should be outraged about this, question mark? I don't know. I'm fine with AI doing stuff like this. I don't give a flying crap, dude. You know, as long as it's done, I'd be happy with 90% right. You know how difficult it is to get actual subtitles for certain things? Do you know how many times I've had to look for subtitles for Japanese things that I had to get the fan translation of? Yeah, not so much. AI, come on. Anyway. All right. Nobody cares when you right click on a web page and you say translate to English. You know, like, whatever. What's going on here? Oh, right. Look at it. Bungie on why Destiny 2 Star Wars expansion is more just fan service. Why are they putting Star Wars in Destiny? It was closed captioning for the English track instead of a translation of the spoken Japanese. Well, whatever, they can figure it out. So they flubbed. I don't know. Correct that. Fix it. Yeah, what? Sony owns Crunchyroll, right? Yeah. Desperation for money. I feel like we all are. Yeah, but dude, the Star Wars and Destiny should just not be a thing, honestly. I feel like it's an absolutely stupid crossover. Well, everything's in space. Yeah, whatever. Then put Captain Kirk and Spock in an AT-AT Walker, okay? I don't care then anymore. I've said this numerous times. There's this thing where if you keep doing crossovers, you diminish the importance of the universes of those franchises. You know? Because Star Wars was its own thing, and now it's like, well, it's in Destiny. Destiny was its own thing. Well, now it's in Star Wars. You know, it's like, at a certain point, everything gets so watered down, you don't even care about the lore of these things. Where's the lore? Well, who cares, bro? It's perfectly fine that, you know, Homer Simpson is fighting Superman in Fortnite. It's like, okay, fine. That's a toy box of IPs. I get that. But this is something like Destiny went through all this trouble to build their world and lore. And then they're like, you know what this needs? Han Solo. What are you, stupid? Come on, dude. Why not just make a good Battlefront game instead? I know, right? That'd be probably a lot more well received. People were playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 like a crazy amount relatively recently, and that was actually decent. People did like that. You know, dude, Star Wars Battlefront 3, let's go. I'd be fine with that. But you know, oh, speaking of Fortnite. Someone just spent $42,000 on a sealed copy of Fortnite. Do you have a sealed copy of Fortnite lying around? Do you? Yeah, Fortnite. Night. Until they opened it, right? Fortnite wasn't always, yeah, okay. You can glimpse an original version for the limited pool of physical copies that were released in partnership with Gearbox back in 2017 before PUBG ushered in the Battle Royale, blah, blah, kajibidabadoo. Okay. A graded physical copy of Fortnite just sold for $42,000 at an auction with a perfect 10A++ as the highest grade copy of the game ever recorded. It's Fortnite. Who cares? All right. That's reported by Dextros. How much the original $60 copy of the game is graded, blah, blah, blah. All variants of 1 September. What? This copy of Fortnite holds the highest grade. Okay. While best known for a digital release, Fortnite also received a relatively limited physical edition that initially flew under the radar. Okay. Most anyone paid for Fortnite before today was $13,750. What the hell's wrong with people? Who has this kind of money? Who has these monies? Previous sales, 1,800. November, 13,000. 2,500. Wow, these are very fluctuating numbers here. Even $1,000, though. Dude, that's pretty much, yeah. So someone who's now going to have to pay for divorce, right? I spent $42,000 on Fortnite, dear. Wait, what? You know, we were trying to get our kid into college. Yeah, but Fortnite. God. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I'll keep an eye out if I ever find a physical copy of it. What the hell? I don't know. And I throw this out here because every once in a while, somebody, one of you may actually have one of these. So, I don't know how an open copy goes, how much an open copy goes for, but what's going on here? Forget Elden Ring. It sounds like the Duskbloods is from Software's most innovative game yet. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're working on another thing. Duskbloods. Here we go. So we're not going to have another Bloodborne situation where it's probably stuck on PS whatever. We're never going to see this thing on PC until someone gets a hold of it. This looks cool, though. I love the way From Software games look. I just don't have the patience for play them. I have a copy of Steam Bot Chronicles when I picked it up of a bargain bin forever ago. Nice. Cool. Yeah, the only game that I have that has been like kind of gone / delisted, like a physical copy of, is Mistover for the PS4. And I had to get like a Korean copy of it. It's like an anime Darkest Dungeon, kind of. It used to be on Steam, and then I went looking for it, and then it was like gone. Oh, sorry, this game's been delisted. I'm like, oh, come on. You're free to make an offer. I can use it. Boop. All right. Oh. All right, what's happening here with the Yakuza games? Let's go. I got to move over. The Yakuza games are... Hold on. Let me move. The Yakuza games are getting current gen upgrades, but only one of them will be free. Why you keep charging me, bro? You better be on the phone to Sega right now. They're like, Sega, why are you doing this? Kiru's on. So one of them is going to be free, but everything else. Trade in your old copies of these Yakuza games for shiny new upgrades. One's from December 8th. Okay, what are we doing? I don't think Don is going to go back and replay these, though, just because they're shinier. There's a difference between remakes and remasters. But I don't know. No, that's happening. They want to rob you. Yeah, it's Sega. Sega, come on. What the hell's happening here? What is this, more Destiny? Bungie is reportedly looking to sunset Destiny 2 as Destiny 3 begins development. You know, Bungie, what the hell happened to you? You were the Halo bros. Halo bros. And I don't know, man. It's like, you came out with Destiny and then you didn't support it as long as you said you were going to. And then they're like, okay, well, let's start. You just, 2 pages over, you were going to have Star Wars DLC, dude. Come on. The remaster stuff needs to stop. We're now making remasters of remasters. Eventually it'll become rebastards. Yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, at least we got Oblivion out of it. Oblivion remaster was freaking great. Even though that was technically considered a remake. I think they called it a remaster just to keep expectations low. Yeah. Always needed new. Yeah. Yeah, but it was like when Destiny first came out, they wanted to support the game for 10 years. The first Destiny. And that came out in 2014, 2015, right? You got about 8 years out of that game, maybe 7. Could be less. I don't even know. Destiny 2 came out. That got a couple of years, and now they're going to start. Well, we got to make a Destiny 3. The thing is, it's super difficult to one, apparently keep promise. Game developers keep promises the way politicians keep promises, okay? They say a lot of crap and then none of it comes to fruition, okay? In 90% of the times. Now, I don't know, man. Think of all the people that have been doing all these raids, man. All the loot that they got and stuff like that. All that stuff is going to be gone, obliterated. I got to start from scratch all over again. And some people enjoy that kind of grind. I do not. So, you know, whatever. I don't know. Just, I guess, don't heavily get into this, I suppose. Got the remake, hopefully hits. Love that game back in 1999. Back in 1999. Destiny was 2014. Destiny 2 was 20... Really? Destiny 2 came out like... So Destiny 2 had a longer life than Destiny 1. I assumed the original Destiny got like 5 or 6 years out of it. Holy crap.
It's a raid. Destroy them all with kawaii
Amazing
hugs
Peter,
and
what's
trees.
up? How's it going? Welcome. They're sunsetting Destiny 2, apparently. Hi, I hope you're doing good. Happy holidays, whatever they may be. Yeah, amazing raid. It's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well. With a historically low peak player count, as interest dwindles, Bungie is reportedly planning... Oh, God, I got that stupid thing where I got these freaking bars of nonsense here. Thank you. Good. Okay, planning to sunset Destiny 2 in the coming years to focus on a sequel. So in the coming years, at least you got a year or something out of it. General public wants unrealistic promises because they don't understand what it would take to fulfill them. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like a super cool robot made that does, you know, cool things, but I know the practicality is super expensive and not real. So, you know. Destiny 2 is fading because people found out how much they were, allegedly stealing from other artists? More realistically than AI has. Really? AI is more honest than Bungie's art department at this point. Well, that was a thing that happened with, what, they were trying to bring back Marathon, right? Was that Bungie too? Because there were clearly issues with particular bits of art that were allegedly borrowed. Marathon is Bungie yet? Then what the hell's going on over at Bungie? And that's the thing. And we talked about it when that story broke a while ago, and we're like, these are humans allegedly. Taking from other creators, you know, and everyone's like, it's so vilifying AI about this. At least AI works it a little bit to make it not seem so, you know, blatant. You know, people were literally just, yeah, cut and paste this in the back. Blah, 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 blah. You know, and then companies try to spin it. Well, it's just placeholder art. We're not really, this isn't the final thing. It's just placeholder art, bro. What's the big deal? It's just placeholder art. You know, that kind of thing. AI is only doing what's told. Yeah, it doesn't have any really nefarious things over there unless the prompter is like, yes, I need the artwork to look exactly like this other artist because please do it. You know? The story went deeper. Ah, man. Art matching other artists. That happened with a recent Pokemon card, apparently, for the digital game. There was this card that came out, and you know the artist on DeviantArt or whatever, it had fan art, and they're like, "Yeah, this is literally the same art. You just flipped it, bro." You know, that kind of thing. And you know, so there was some investigation about that. They got to change it over, or whatever. But the Pokemon company actually has a stipulation that they quote unquote have the right to use or reuse and modify fan art in their EULAs and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't think that really is going to work in the court of law, you know, kind of. So, have you tried Sora or Firefly for Adobe? I don't touch anything Adobe. I literally don't. The last Adobe program I have is Photoshop 7.0. Like literally, that's the last time I touched anything Adobe. I don't like Adobe's business practice. I don't like having to subscribe to be creative. You know, plus there's a lot of weird things that allegedly have been going on. I'll say. It's saying that for decades now, when companies are basically trying to circumvent law with terms of service. Yeah, need to crack down. Usually if somebody pushes the terms of service, companies tend to, if they want to deal with the legal battle, the other person will either back out. But generally, judges are like, yeah, this isn't a binding contract. It's an agreement, but it could be considered very unfair, and it usually gets settled relatively quickly. Been seeing lots of flip fan art, and I said, see how bad it's getting. Well, that's not even AI doing it. That's just people. People are really crazy, especially, oh my God, if you go to like an artist alley at a convention, like I literally don't, but I've seen like a lot of streamers and stuff, and then everybody like reports back, you know, on the socials, like, oh, this person was just taking their art and reselling it on like pins and buttons and stuff at this artist alley. And it was like either a bunch of AI art, a bunch of blah, blah, blah. And dude, it gets crazy. And I'm like, I'm not worried about AI art. I'm worried about humans being jerks. I'm really not worried about AI art. Yeah. The ability people out of court often. Yeah. Legal system's terrible. It's kind of like whoever has the most money wins. Multi-million-dollar company and it can't pay for it. Yeah, cheapskates. Well, you don't get to be a multi-millionaire by giving money away. That's usually the thing. Destiny 3 could launch by 2030. 2030? 5 years? All right, whatever. Well, at least you're going to have a couple more years out of Destiny 2. Why even make this an article? Sunsetting a game 9 years from now. It's like who cares? I see artists' works get thrown on clues and Second Life regularly. Yeah, we had a lot of our stuff. Dude, early days of Foamy, dude, people were literally selling your shirts in there. And we're just like, bro, what the hell? It wasn't just one person. It was a couple of people. I'm like, what the? God. Another thing we didn't make money off. Thanks. Hey, they had Lego games and Cheerios. We need to get back to this. Not that any computer has a CD-ROM drive anymore, but, you know, my dude, they gave out freaking 2 different games. Look, 2 to collect. See, they didn't make it too difficult. You just had to buy 2 boxes of cereal. Dude, they had Bionicle. Free Legoland ticket offer, too. Dude, that's a lot. I think it was a million like every other month with site selling is crap. Yeah, that's just, it's after a while, it's hard to keep up. That's what I need AI for. I need a DMCA takedown bot is what I need. Well, I could have used that earlier. I had to do all that by hand back in the day. You have no idea. We spent 3 years on YouTube having other content taken down because they were literally monetizing our work. It is astounding how much money was just lost. Oh, God. Hey, look, for a game everyone complained about, it still sold 35 million copies. Cyberpunk. Yeah, everyone's just like, dude, this game was like garbage. You hate it. Cyberpunk. Yeah, it's broken. It's all said. 35 million copies later. Hey. 35 million copies. That's a lot of copies, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Bionicle really needs to come back in full. That's great for organic shapes. Yeah, some of those pieces are pretty expensive now, aren't they? I try to keep an eye out in thrift stores for Bionicle. I never see them. How about Cyberpunk when it was dirt cheap? Much, much later. Yeah, it kind of went down, and then it came out with the DLC, and that renewed interest and everything. But I would say CD Projekt Red, they come out with very ambitious games, and they tend to be a bit buggy because they're trying to do a lot of stuff with it. But they eventually fix it. And I kind of wish it was fixed before it came out. You know, that's the whole thing. We can't be, look, here's the thing. When it's CD Projekt Red or Bethesda, they both make very good games. We can all agree on that. However, when they come out, they are broken. And I don't think any company should be relying on modders to fix it, you know, and then maybe using certain of those fixes and applying it to their own work. CD Projekt has done a lot to fix up the game, so it's worth getting now. Yeah, it's like both, you know, Bethesda usually tries to fix their crap. CD Projekt Red definitely does. And, yo, the people who made No Man's Sky, yo, they kept that thing like a mother, man. They did not let that go, and they kept working on it, and they still work on it. It's actually astounding to me. Because it was one of the few games, relatively indie game, that survived the entirety of the internet dumping on it, and they became better for it. And they did well, which is crazy to me. PC version of Cyberpunk with the map tracking mod is nice. Nice. How's it going? What's up, Ghost? Hi. How you doing? I played a month after release. I think people make bigger issues out of small problems. Yeah, and I think a lot of people were playing it on the older generation consoles because Cyberpunk came out in between like the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. You know, there was that little gap in between there. And on the original Xbox One, it was like, it was an absolute mess.
Apple.
Apples are tree babies.
I get it. No.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, No Man's Sky proved themselves to the internet, which is quite rare to see. Yeah, usually when people get hit that hard on the internet, they just fold and they're like, yeah, dude, I guess this isn't going anywhere. But they're like, you know what? No, keep going. Dude, I love that self-confidence. I have no problem with a company weathering that and making their game better, you know? 81, nice. Icarus 1. PS4 non-pro versions were trash too. Yeah, there was that kind of thing where it's like the older consoles. It was just like, ugh. It was rough. And I don't think, like, the thing is, I don't think it should have ever come out for the older consoles during that transition between the pro phase, you know? And I think that's where a lot of the negative stuff came back because nobody was running out and getting a PS5 or a PS4 Pro when they already had the PS4, you know? Because they're probably thinking, well, it's like a Half-Life kind of console. So how much more power are they gonna put in there? I mean, Sky really turned around. Yeah, I think a round of applause for them. That was good. But I always like when companies fix their crap, you know, and I kind of wish more companies were, you know, like CD Projekt Red, what do you call it, Rockstar. Some of their games come out, they're a little, you know, most of them are pretty solid though. Like 90% of the time they're solid. Remember when No Man's Sky made a good comeback and digitally they sold it for $50 again. I was like, nope. And instead I purchased it, user GameStop for less than $20. Yeah, that's always a thing. It's like, you know, sometimes GameStop doesn't catch up with what's going on the internet. And they're like, yeah, nobody likes No Man's Sky. It's $5, bro. You know, you're like, yeah. And then you go back in there next week and it's like 50. Like, come on. Star Citizen just hit another big funding milestone, and I'm really curious what everyone actually thinks about it. These people, what did they do? I think we had another article about this. I can't read. Hold on. I can't find it. So many of them. All right, who did that? Red Misery, you got a roll equal to or greater than 15. I think you could call it spicy too. Bum, 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 bum. What? A 10? No. Yeah. Yeah. All right, but you know what? I think you still got something out of it though. So I will call it spicy because that was a little spicy, slightly spicy, and I still don't have bingo. Oh God, never gonna win. You're never gonna win. You're never gonna win. Oh, they won. Winner. Thank you. If I remember, I feel like Star Citizen. Oh yeah, that too. Thank you. Didn't they just pass like $900 million raised for this game? And it's still constantly funding because it's this all evolving game. If you don't know Star Citizen, you have to look into it. A lot of spaceships and stuff. Yeah, that's a lot. So I think I have a chart somewhere about it. So we'll circle back to that. It got an extra card dice. Boop. What's going on here? Sega is aware its past definitive version releases could be deterring players from buying games at launch. I am one of those people, and it's not just Sega. I will always wait for the definitive game of the year, best of, this is everything we got, the ultimate edition of everything. Because I don't need to play a game like this as soon as it comes out. I really don't. I'm not that guy. I wait for everything to settle, all the DLC to come out, blah, blah, blah. Everything gets packaged in a nice little bundle, and they're like, here, you want this for $20? I'm like, okay. Yeah. Game of the year versions usually feel polished already. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And they're like, oh, why aren't people buying this when it comes out? Well, because we all know you're going to come out with another edition with everything in it eventually in like a year and a half. You know? Star Citizen is what happens when the devs lack discipline and focus. It's like all over the place, isn't it? But people either love it or hate it. Let's go to Assassin's Creed is having a divisive month as fans love Mirage's free expansion while Shadow's Attack on Titan crossover lets them down. Okay, Ubisoft, here's we go. We're going to get into swearing. So people who like swearing, all right, open your fucking ears because here we go. What the fuck is wrong with you, Ubisoft? What is what? Attack on Titan crossover with fucking Assassin's Creed? What are you, stupid? Who thought this was a good idea? What, did your major investor, Tencent, say, you know, it'd be great? This is dumb. New follow, thanks. What? It doesn't make any sense. This goes back into basically cheapening your franchise and diminishing its lore by saying, you know what? Attack on Titan needs to go into this. What the hell? Well, I mean, you know, this Assassin's Creed does take place in Japan, and that's where all the skinless monsters are, right? What the hell? You know what would have worked a little bit better? Assassin's Creed maybe would have crossed over with Dark Souls or something. You know, so the gameplay would actually wouldn't seem like garbage. Okay? Maybe that. Maybe that. Icing on a cake. I like cake. This is... Oh, it's just really dumb to me. It's just so stupid. I can't stand crossovers. And it's always been a thing. I mean, like, even back in the day, I'm saying pre-internet, G.I. Joe and Transformers had crossovers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Star Trek had a crossover. I'm not even joking about that. Yeah. Live long and pizza, bro. You know, like, what the hell? It's some of this stuff is just stupid. Spider-Man and Superman. That kind of makes sense. You know? That kind of makes sense because it's all superheroes. You know? I'm fine with that. You know, but I mean, like Attack on Titan and, you know, Assassin's Creed? What the hell's Assassin's Creed going to do? What are you going to stab them in their toe with a little sharp wrist blade? What the hell? Is he going to get flicked? Doctor Who was in Star Wars, I think. What? Oh, some comic book universe. That's what I'm saying. It starts getting silly after a while. There we go. Look, 900 million mark. There's the Star Citizen. Just broke the 900 million mark with 2025 shaping up to be its best funding year yet. Dude, this chart. Look, there's a lot going on here, and I don't understand any of it. I just know somebody's making a ton of money. Look at that. $901 million to develop a video game. Okay, so Star Citizen is creeping up on almost $1 billion funded for whatever this game does. Whatever this game does. Punisher and Riverdale Archie Comics. Yeah. Probably sells in Asian markets. Well, wouldn't the whole game taking place in Japan sell in Asian markets? I figured that would be the good thing to do, right? And I mean, are there so many people who are just like, yeah, bro, I'm so into Attack on Titan, I need it in Assassin's Creed. Like, it doesn't, whatever. Make a video game for 10% that money, right? Yeah, it's absolutely astounding. But I don't know, whatever they're doing, they're generating a lot of money. I don't know if it's making the game any better because I don't play it, but Call of Duty was the #1 most played game in the U.S. on Xbox and #2 on PlayStation for the week ending November 15 amid reports of plunging sales. Go.
Honestly, I'm trying to go owner up here, so I have to put the money away so I can go buy my own truck, and if I do that I'm going to retro food, so it's a diesel electric semi Edison Motors out of British Columbia, Canada. Their tagline:
Stealing all of Tesla's ideas? I don't think you could use that as a tagline. That'll be a problem. Oh, God. Thank you. But this, everyone was complaining about Call of Duty. Everyone was complaining. Everyone was saying it's garbage. I can't pause the game, which I found unbelievable. Maybe Nicholas Tesla. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, but dude, it's been doing good. Fortnite was doing better on PlayStation. Fortnite, PlayStation players, please. But God, it was actually doing good on Xbox too. And Roblox. Oh, God. And Battlefield 6. Really? Grand Theft Auto? My God, they're like this, just the same games over and over again. Oh, that's why they keep making NBA 2K games, because they're always on the top. Why is everybody always playing these games? It's like the same game every year. Rocket League, Skate. People were playing Skate. Wow, that's astounding to me. Yeah, Modern Call of Duty is Fortnite for adults. Come on, dude, you got to put Nicki Minaj in it. Fur cry. All right, apparently there's a FX Fox is making a TV series. Shouldn't they just call them streaming series at this point? I don't think everyone knows what a TV series is. It's a streaming series. Whatever. Far Cry, a new original series based on a game it's not a new original series. It's a series that's based on games which were original at the time. Never understood sports games having full remakes for new seasons of players. Well, that's the thing. It's not a full remake. It's the same thing. They just change out 1 or 2 people and put them in different costumes because they got traded. Yeah. It's like, well, blah, blah, blah isn't on the blah, blah, blahs anymore. They're on the blah, blah, blues. Oh, okay. Wow. Look, they updated that. All the updates in sports games can be handled with a yearly update. Even if you wanted to pay for it. You should be able to buy NBA whatever, and then, have it just do the updates. Even graphically, they can do the updates. It's not like the gameplay changes much. Yeah. Yeah, it's from Disney. Disney's Far Cry series. Yeah, so, I don't know, but it's under the FX banner, so who knows? Yeah. I don't know that we need that, honestly, but I'm not going to... I don't care. Somebody's getting paid. This guy died. Yo, he passed away. He was like 81. Udo Kier. Dude, this guy is one of those actors that was in so many weird things, and he was always ominous and scary. He was a good actor. He was in, what do you call it? Iron Sky. He was in, what was the other thing I was in that I remember him from? Oh, dude, Cigarette Burns. Dude, Masters of Horror series, Cigarette Burns, he was unhinged in that. He was good. Blade, thank you. He was in Blade.
I said this like 6 months ago. They should update the entire game once every 5 years and a once-a-year patch to add the clowns that were drafted that year and the ones that were traded or retire.
Yeah, it would just be easier to do. It makes sense. It's more cost-effective, but then they can't sell a whole new game to somebody every year. It's a brand new, NBA 2K. We changed everything. We moved some players around. It's the same BS, Now people will end up paying like $70, $80 a game, just every year when they could just get an update for like $20. He was also in Barbed Wire with, was that Pamela Anderson or something like that? The one with the boobs. Yeah, so he died, but he was a good actor. Yeah. He was in a lot of stuff, actually. Blood for Dracula, Flesh for Frankenstein came up, quick search. Yeah, that's old school. That's like the Andy Warhol weirdness. something Sailor Moon happens, and this is not a good thing. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody got a Bugs Bunny Sailor Moon. I'm not quite sure if I like this or not. It's literally Bugs Bunny as Sailor Moon as a tattoo. Am I the only one that finds this weird? Oh, let's see if that helped me. Just have it sear your mind. It did help me, but not bingo wise. Okay. No, it's not what. What's Up by Moonlight? That's pretty good. Look, it's a little carrot too. That's actually kind of funny. That's good. Civic Steve 1. I think there was another Sailor Moon-y thing here. This thing. Oh, yo. They did a tour, like a musical tour. A live action musical thing. And now they're on streaming services. The live musical soundtrack are now available on most streaming platforms. I don't know if I need to listen to it, but I guess if you did, then there you go. I don't know. I don't know. Some people love the musicals. People like musicals. Lola Bunny. Boop. Netflix's Assassin's Creed TV series taps Euphoria's Toby Wallace as co-lead. Toby Wallace, huh? This guy. So this guy's going to be, what, Ezio? Who's he going to be? You know? So, and this was Netflix. Oh, God, it is Netflix. Okay, so Netflix is, at least they started casting this quote-unquote series that they're working on for... No, we're getting Far Cry. We're getting Assassin's Creed. What's the other game franchise that's already... Twisted Metal's already got one, but at least people say that's fun. There was another one that they were going to try to work on. What the hell was it? BioShock. Was it a movie or series? Mass Effect. They're also working on a Mass Effect series. Oh, my God. Don't ruin that. Oh, God. No, I really don't want them ruining Mass Effect. I don't know what it is, because I feel like that, if handled properly, can be the next Star Trek. If they get all the good writers in there and they really get into it, that could be the next Star Trek, without it being called Star Trek. You know, yeah, but sci-fi. What? If you had one wish, what would you wish for? All the wishes I want to wish for. That's easy. What? I wonder if a genie would be like, no, you can't do that. Well, where? I didn't read any fine print. There was no contract here. This is a verbal agreement. You get one wish. That's my wish for all the wishes I want to wish. Do we have to go to court? Oh, man. What? And then, like, every once in a while, I'd be like, I wish I had a pizza. Like, ah. All right, what's going on here? Look, Scarlett Johansson secures another franchise lead in Mike Flanagan's Exorcist reboot. Why? Why do we need Scarlett Johansson in an Exorcist reboot? Here's the thing. I don't go out of my way to watch movies she's in. If I watch a movie and she happens to be in it, then it's like, oh, all right, she's in it. I'm so neutral on her acting existence that I'm just like, meh. I don't know what it is, but apparently they're making another Exorcist movie and she needs to be in it. What? She can't act? I feel like it's the same act over and over again, if that makes any sense. Like there's the same cadence of what she does. But then, you know, in that respect, you know, Keanu Reeves does that as well. So does Jack Black. Everybody is known for their thing, but I think her thing is not having a thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they are like in actual real life. So, I don't know. Are they fun? And I did hit the mic with my face, so I called it. Boom. Let's see. Did that help me? I'm getting close. Oh, my God. Okay. What else? Yeah, so I guess CJ, you got banana on his head. Banana head guy. Yeah, I don't know if I need this. Okay, Mike Flanagan did Midnight Mass. Horror auteur. Ooh, he's a horror auteur. Oh, wow. Oh, it's Blumhouse, too. That's hit or miss, honestly. No, it's like A24. Some of their stuff is either really good or it's utter trash. Why are they looking at me like that? Oh, Varsapura, which just rolls right off the tongue. RPG from Genshin Impact developer Hoyoverse is set in Singapore. Yeah, this is the thing. I took a glance at it. Hey, Spoopy Ghost. What's up? Thank you. This thing, I don't know. You're walking around, RPG thing. Hoyoverse usually, I mean, so far they've made some pretty good, solid mobile games. I can't really be like, oh, yeah, they suck. I don't know if this is going to be any good. It could be if you're walking around. Oh, look, we got some combat. You got an umbrella. Oh, they disintegrated. All right, so breaking things. Ooh, destructible environments. I don't know if this is going to be any good. I'll keep an eye on it. Ooh, there's little cars. Kevin Lowe, what's up? Okay. Did I run out of coffee? No. I can help you with that. I can try. Give me a second. I'm going to really try here. Ow, my face. Almost. All right, relatively soon. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Watched some people stream Zenless Zone Zero before. Yeah, I mean, I literally, you know, and I don't do a lot in these games, but I've played 81, Genshin Impact, Star Rail, and Zenless Zone. My least favorite being Zenless Zone, even though I like more of the urban environment. Genshin Impact is pretty solid. Star Rail, I like the auto battler aspect of it, where I'm just like, yeah, you do it. You know? The other non-Hoyoverse game that I'm dabbling in is Chaos Zero Nightmare, which is a card game, but also has auto battler aspects of it. They're all gacha games, so it's I only play for a little bit. But they're kind of fun, you know. Oh, what's this guy so pissed off about? Like, music. All right. Lost Bach pieces performed for the first time in 320 years. Great moment for the world of music. Dude, I actually do like classical music to a certain extent, as long as I like it. Dude, Lost Bach pieces. That's super impressive. Historically and probably technically. You know, and Bach isn't really my favorite. I'm more of a Mozart guy or Vivaldi, maybe a little Paganini. But you know, Bach is he's up there, you know. So there are new pieces fluttering around. Catalog identity tags. They were played for the first time in 320 years by Dutch organist Ton Koopman. The St. Thomas Church in Leipzig, where Bach worked for 27 years as a cantor. Huh. I would say one of the best, most fun experiences that I've had, and I mentioned this a long time ago. Churches actually have very good acoustics, right? And there was this one time, because we went to Paris when people spoke French, and we got to hear people play Mozart in a church. And it was really fun because classical music is one of the few types of music you can go there and you know the audience is going to be really polite and civilized. Okay. You don't have a mosh pit at Mozart. Okay. And you know, you don't have to worry about getting banged around or people, you know, puking beer on you or anything like that. And it was a very nice experience. And if I were to go to a concert, assuming my ears don't explode, it would probably be a classical thing, you know, not opera though. I can't deal with fat people screaming at me. Okay. I deal with you enough back there. Let's see. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I actually got to look into that because I'm curious. What else we got here? Oh God, we have an AP thing opened up. Why is that? Oh, Supperman. All right. I think this sold for a gross amount of money. A 9.0 in rating for a Superman comic book is absolutely astounding. It belongs in a museum. This thing sold for $9.12 million. $9 million for Superman. So if you have one lying around, all right, just, you know, I'm actually surprised a comic book still goes for that much, honestly. Yeah. I got to start going through my comic books. Not that I'm going to have anything of this quality. Yeah. $9 million, dude. I would be happy if I found a comic book in my collection that was worth $50,000, but I don't think anyone's paying $50,000 for Ralph Snart number 10. You know? Yeah, whatever. Indie Live Expo in 3 days. Really? They're doing it on a holiday weekend, the Indie Live Expo? What are you, stupid? Nobody's going to be paying attention to you. Everybody's doing holiday stuff. God, nobody knows how to plan out freaking crap. That's like having an anime convention during July 4th.
The power of commerce compels you. The power of commerce compels you. The power of commerce compels you.
Does it? I don't know. Give me more bits. Maybe it will. I'm kidding. Thank you. Let's see. I feel like they chant that at Wall Street before the opening bell. They're like, ding, 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 ding. This is a dumb time to be doing this. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe I will pay attention, but I don't know how holiday minded are gamers, you know, because I feel like even people in the industry, they want nice. People in the industry still have things to do. They got to deal with family. They got to do traveling and stuff like that. What are they going to do? Just, I guess they stream it on their phone. Nobody gets a break anymore, do they? It's like, oh, yeah, you're trying to take a couple of days off. Oh, no, we got an expo you got to cover. Oh, why? Look at this old piece of crap. I want this car.
Call Super Troopers 3 is in production. They are currently actively shooting it, so yeah, get ready for more shenanigans.
Really? Huh. I didn't think that was a thing. There was rumors of it. I didn't think it was happening. What is this called? Thank you. AMC Pacer. Is that the name of the movie company? Okay, because here's what I'm thinking, right? You get this car, you paint it black, all black, right? You keep the wheels; those are nice wheels, all right. And in the back window there, you get like little bat fins that you would see at like the end of a Batmobile or something like that, right? So it would look kind of cool and snazzy. This would be like the weird compact car that Elvira would drive, you know? But it's so small, like her boobs get pressed up against the dashboard. But you don't care because you're the passenger. You know, that kind of thing. Car came out when you were a teenager? Was it this or the Gremlin car that like kind of exploded when you like looked at it the wrong way? It's such an odd, weird little car. Yeah. I like that back window, though. You got no blind spots there. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah. It was a Pinto? Huh. Enhance. This is kind of cool, though. I like it. I wouldn't buy it. I mean, I wouldn't really, you know. What are you going to... It looks worse. Black would make the car hotter during summer weather. Well, yeah, I suppose, but it's not like I go anywhere. Somebody left this at a thrift store. They saw this at a thrift store and they left it. They left it. Why would they leave like Napoleon Trebek there? It was how much is that? Yes, Alex Trebek, $9.99. Why would you leave this there for $9.99, dude? Go back.
Useless Elvira lore. Elvira actually drives a Ford Thunderbird.
Nice. There you go. I think she can drive whatever she wants. Oh, we got ads happening? Come on, dude. Well, we'll see. Let's see. You know what? I'll dismiss it. I'll dismiss it for right now. We'll snooze in the ads. But I would have picked this up, honestly. No lie. Dude, for $10? Dude, weird little Alex Trebek thing? Who cares? This is goofy and fun. I like it. There's all these weird arts that people find in thrift stores. Like the naked Shrek lying on a couch. You know? Literally a painting. Somebody left it there. And I was like, what the hell, dude? Why did you do that? It's just so bizarre. What is this? Oh, yeah, here we go. Black Friday. If you guys come across any Black Friday deals, you let me know. No, because there are like, well, I mean, the stuff that I'm looking for is just like things that I will eventually need. Like a hard drive we got. Thank you again. Phone eventually, but that's probably not till the next one comes out or until this dies. I'm thinking if there's anything Dawn needs. We had to fix her speakers, but we used an old pair of speakers from ye olden times. No, I'm trying to see if people keep an eye out for anything. Actually, no, we don't need anything. Never mind. I'm trying to think. Aside from, you know, regular expenses and stuff, I'm not really looking for super frivolous things. Yeah, so Black Friday sale. This is on GOG, so this is the place where if you buy the game, they actually give you an installer and you own it. There's no DRM or anything like that. So, oh, look, we were just talking about this. Look, it's only $20. Look, Phantom Liberty, $20, bro. Okay. Oh, and this has also got the, what? This has got that huge New London thing for Fallout, right? Yeah, this is where you get that super big mod for Fallout. Was that Tainted Grail? All right. Yeah, I don't know if any of these prices are that good because most of these games I just probably aren't going to play. But also, for the first time in history, Steam has a Black Friday sale. I don't know if that helps me either, but I haven't checked my wish list, and every time I go to Steam, I look for software. I'm always looking for software. You know, it's like I want to try to get VTuber things going a little bit better, but yeah. So you got Mountain Blade. I don't know. You'd have to go through the list. Oh, it's Red Dead Redemption on sale. That's only $15. What about the regular Red? The other Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, because that was finally made it to PC. That I would actually like to replay. I feel like I like that. 2 had a better, was built better, but I feel like I like Red Dead Redemption stories. First one was better for some reason. Maybe it wasn't so heavy-handed as the other one, but... Oh, this is the other thing. Speaking of public domain, look. Mickey vs. Winnie, new trailer. Sees beloved public domain characters face off. You know how there was Winnie the Pooh murder movie, and then there was Steamboat Mickey or whatever? Yeah, apparently... I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. What is this even? Ever since Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey proved a runaway success for Rise Frack Waterfield. I was going to call him RFW. We've seen more and more public domain characters getting the horror treatment. Naturally. Oh.
Mortimer's spouse?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Naturally, thank you. Naturally, filmmakers will keep pushing boundaries and raising the stakes to stand out from the pack. And that's exactly what director, whatever guys, is doing with his new crossover film, The Dark Domain, Mickey vs. Winnie. The picture will pit beloved characters Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse against each other in an Alien vs. Predator-style crossover event. If you're curious to see what such a setup looks like, check out the newly released trailer, which is not this. It's this. Oh, God. And they had the nerve to put it in 4K, too. They must be very confident. Okay, it looks like it's mediocrely shot. Guys yelling. People jumping around. This definitely looks super just, yeah. Did they just like splice saw and stuff together with a bunch of... This is just bizarre. I can't take it anymore. So, no, that's still happening. It is not stopped. It is not stopped. It never will stop. And apparently this one needs to be dancing back here. Okay, let's close the tab. All right. Elvira. Speaking of Elvira, good job. Look at this. They got a tarot. They got tarot cards now. Elvira's got a deck of tarot cards. Go. Swell. Swell cheeks. Thank you. 1,000 bits. I appreciate helping out, keeping things going. What? Dude. Let's snooze that. Snoozing it. No, I snooze the ads. Dude, I know what the artwork is actually kind of interesting. It's actually a very sophisticated art style. It's kind of like minimalistic, but I don't want to say Al Hirschfeld in simplicity. A sophisticated simplicity. So it seems to be the art seems pretty decent, you know? It's got a nice style to it. Pretty cool. So no, that's the thing. I didn't know there was one, but apparently that just came out. But yay, Elvira. Still doing stuff. Merchandising. Yep. Well, I don't have the assets that Elvira has to merchandise myself like that. Even in a dress with a push-up bra. Still doesn't work. This guy. We're doing this guy again. Dudo Kair guy. Look. 10 most memorable movies. Oh, good. I'm glad I pulled this up because I want to know what the hell else he did. All right. 10 most memorable movies. Let's see what we got here. Mark of the Devil. Count Christian von Murrah. Okay. Flesh for Frankenstein. Hey, he played Baron Frankenstein. See, there you go. That's pretty good. What else we got? Blood for Dracula. Count Dracula. So basically, flesh for one, blood for the other. Okay. Dude, you're such a messy eater, bro. Directed by Paul Morrissey. Produced by Andy Warhol. This is the Andy Warhol one. All right. Trauma. I've never seen Trauma. Suspiria. Oh, he's in Suspiria. Oh, forgot about that. Elvira, 74 years old, but doesn't look 74. That's the weird thing. Let's see if I think there was a picture at the bottom of her recently. I mean, I'm sure there's like makeup and stuff going on there. I'd be happy if I looked this good when I was 30. Look at this. Come on, dude. Yeah, man. Boo, 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 boo. All right, what else I got? The Kingdom. Never seen that. Blade. There he is in Blade. I think that's probably like one of the first places I've seen him. Really, in all seriousness. Shadow of the Vampire. Oh, crap. That's right. He was in Shadow of the freaking Vampire. Wow, that's 2 vampire movies. 3 vampire movies. This guy's awesome. Look. 3 vampire movies. Nice. Damn woman, right? There are those people that you see and they're always attractive up until the day they die, and you're just like, I hate you so much. Master of Horror, Cigarette Burns. This was creepy AF. I would actually recommend. It is not only weird, but it's also artsy and a little unsettling, but it's a freaking cool episode for Masters of Horror. So this is actually, I generally don't recommend stuff, but this was so weird. And what's his name? The Daryl Dixon guy's in it, who was in Walking Dead, or whatever his name is. The guy. What's his name? The guy who plays that guy. What the hell's his name? Reedus. Norman Reedus. Okay, Norman Reedus is in there. The guy who plays Daryl in Walking Dead. Yeah, thank you. So Reedus is in that as well. Essentially, this guy becomes obsessed with a particular film that tends to drive people crazy, and he's looking for a print. So he asked this guy, which is Reedus, to go looking for it. Is there a synopsis here? This episode, and it's also directed by John Carpenter. The music is awesome. Has Kira as a wealthy man in search of the only existing print of a film known to drive its viewers to homicidal insanity. It's a great episode in terms of Carpenter's directing and the clever writing. But where the episode really shines is in Kier's casting of Mr. Bellinger. Is funny, but there's a menacing feel of danger lurking beneath the surface. Where Mr. Bellinger's character arc ends is even more satisfying. Worth it. It's totally worth it. Also John Carpenter. Let's Let's see. Really? Yo, they just keep wanting me to snooze these ads, dude. I'll do it. I'm doing it. Snoozing the ads. We're talking about Udo here. All right. I kind of want to rewatch this. It is, again, unsettling, but fun. What the hell is this? The Theater Bazaar. Never saw that. What's your favorite Udo Kier role? Dude, what about the Barbed Wire, bro? They were in that. I kind of I don't even remember what they did in that. Yeah, so, you know, again, look into it. Pretty good. Yuri's Revenge. Yeah, that one too, right? Boop. Oh, dude. Monster High celebrates 30th anniversary of Edward Scissorhands. They've been doing this. They always take this weird little horror quirky franchise and make a doll out of it. And they did that with Edward Scissorhands with mixed results. Billy was one. Nice. Hold on. Let me run out of coffee. Give me a second. Runs out of coffee. Good. I did it for you, Chad. Boop. See, I always got to re-switch myself here. Mixed results. I look all right. You know, kind of okay. Comes in a box. These probably aren't even real scissors. But I don't know. If you need it, you need it. So, at what point does it go?
It's time to get some caffeine in your system. You might have had too much, but nobody listened, so you buzzed.
Boop. Thank you. At what point does it stop being creative use and just cashing out someone else's success? I don't know. I keep getting interrupted, so there's a lot going on in like a small amount of time. All right, Spock, you got to roll equal to or greater than. Wow! That's not what I wanted open. Wow, why didn't it? What the hell, dude? That was loud. 18. God. Come on. Go. 3. What is with the low numbers? What is with the low numbers, bro? No. All right. Well, I mean, you tried. It's all you could do. I don't know. As far as cashing in on somebody else's success, I don't think anybody cares anymore. It's the internet. Yeah. The creative use thing got thrown out the window, I think, with reaction videos. You got people with their big, dumb faces just sitting there watching an entire movie, and then they laughed once, and it's like, that's creative use, bro. Twisted Serial Killer cinematic universe is now happening. It's a cinematic universe. To launch with Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy. So now we got to deal with this, too. So start trademarking clever puns to serial killers. Like actual serial killers. You know, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, you know. What other ones are out there? See? So, yeah. After finding success in public domain horror space from Popeye the Slayer Man, producer Jeff Miller is launching a twisted serial killer universe. Deadline has learned the cinematic universe will kick off with Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy. Film recently wrapped on Jeffrey Dahmer, which sees models on a photo shoot stalked by a doll possessed by the spirit of a serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know when this ends. I don't know when this ends. This is... The casting includes Dee Wallace? Really? Now, Dee Wallace is in a lot of horror movies. I know one that pops into my mind is Popcorn. But a bunch of others. It's actually kind of weird. Trying to make real serial killers into Chucky. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's like, we're going to do Chucky, but with a real serial killer. Oh, the Lakeshore Strangler wasn't enough? God. Yeah, so do they even care about story at this moment? No, they don't. I think it's just name recognition, and they just go with that. No, I mean, we've mentioned it numerous times where it's like, if you can get a franchise that already has name recognition, whether it's public domain or people that can't make money. Oh, what about OJ? Are they gonna, or is that alleged? I don't know. Did anybody ever find him guilty? Is he technically a serial killer? Is there an estate involved? Who knows? You know, dude, like weird crap like that is like it's just they got name recognition. It's already pre-done for them, so they've already elevated way above anything that's original. So you say Jeffrey Dahmer, pretty much everybody knows. You say Bob, blah, 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 nobody knows. Swell Cheeks, thank you. Gifted a bunch of subs. Ion got a sub. Oh, I can't even dismiss ads. Kata Wolf got a sub. Eldritch Horror got a sub. Shadow Fox got a sub. And Tank and Smack also got sub. Thanks to Swell Cheeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for doing that thing that you do. Bump, 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 bump. Let's see. What can we do? Who dat?
The power of commerce compels you. The power of commerce compels you. The power of commerce compels you.
It sounds like comments. Like when it reads it, it's like the power of comments. I'm like, hey, I can't keep listening to comments all the time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Incoming hype train. It's almost started and it's gone. Okay, you tried. Let's see. What gets me is we keep getting bad quality movies like these. Then Hollywood looks at it, failing, goes, see, nobody wants new IP. Well, that's kind of the thing. It's you're totally right with that, because they see all this garbage that has name recognition do well, but then when they come out with an original film and it doesn't do nearly as good, they're like, yeah, whatever with the original stuff. No. They understand brand recognition, you know? So it's just, I mean, what do you do with that? We want new, it just has to be good. Yeah, but they can't even do that with Marvel movies anymore. You know? Like, honestly, I don't care if they use a franchise that I actually know and care about, as long as they do well with it. And they did that with Marvel for a little while, and then they stopped. But at a certain point, we do have to have something new, or we're just going to be in this cycle of garbage, you know? But I think some people are fine with that. People are comfortable with what they like. And there was a really good thing on the internet, and we saw it on Reddit, where all these companies who like doing reboots, they should track down the worst movies that never had a good budget and try to remake that movie with a good budget. Like Plan 9 from Outer Space. You know, that kind of weird crap. You know, or weird 80s, you know, movies that didn't have like a good budget, like horror movies or something. You know, they could do that. How about Bud the Chud? You know, weird things like that. Chud 2. You know, that kind of thing. I wouldn't want them to redo Monster Squad or Night of the Creeps, because those have a weird, quirky B-movie quality that shouldn't be touched. You know? But started to cut through the crap with something new. Eyeball distraction is a science now. Yeah, that is the other thing. People's attention spans are actually dismal. Dismal. We actually saw an article that says short form content literally destroys people's attention spans. Like, not that we already didn't know that, but people's attention spans are shot, so they can't focus on anything too long. But all these companies notice this, and they keep just pushing out really short form content. And you figure for us, because, you know, the Foamy episodes are really short, and we're just like, yay, short form content. But even a 4-minute cartoon seems to be too long for some people at this point. Yeah. I know. Anything with a cult following should not have a reboot or a remake. I would agree with that, but if they were going to go do reboots anyway, why not do it to something that was never given the opportunity to do better than it could at the time period? You know, I would rather see that happen than like, oh, we're going to, you know, remake this super awesome franchise that everybody loved again. You know, it's like, I don't need another Ninja Turtles movie. I really don't. 3.5-second content is too long nowadays. Yeah, that is true. Dude, I see like 10-second videos. Like if I'm scrolling through like Twitter or something, I'm just like, I'm like, God, this goes on forever. It's happening to me too. But I don't know. Sometimes I'll get so obsessive and just watch something for 4 hours. I can't imagine Rocky Horror remake. I should have typed it. I shouldn't have typed it. Oh, I think they'll probably do that. There's a sequel and a comic book coming out. They're making a comic book sequel of Rocky Horror. I don't know that we need that, but at least it's stuck in comic book form and probably can't go any further than that. Let's see. What are the garbage we got here? I think there's other news. Data shows Steam games keep getting cheaper, even as console games raise prices. What? The most successful games that bring in the most money cost less than half of what AAA games do. Hey, AAA games, you suck. You suck. You spend millions and millions of dollars on games, and these people put together Peak in a month. They literally got high, hung out together, and put this together in a month. The game Peak. Yeah. See, it's amazing what a bunch of Red Bull and pot can do, right? Let's see. PC games already have a reputation of being inexpensive compared to their console counterparts, but recent numbers show that the discrepancy is bigger than most people might expect. Sure, the upfront costs that come with building a PC are high, and many AAA games cost the same on PC and consoles. But if you look at the most successful games on Steam, you'll notice a curious pattern. All right, curious pattern. As pointed out by the excellent Game Discover Company newsletter. Really? Wow, that's very kind of weird corporate sounding, but okay. Which collected data going back to February 2023, the asking price for popular games on PC platform, excluding free-to-play games, are increasingly going down. The publication took the first month sales for the game released over the last 2 years and plotted their median price points. A more useful metric than that of the average prices might tell us, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do we got? What's the price? Fell somewhere between $10 to $20. That, in contrast to the typical price point of a big budget game, which it tends to retail around $69. So, better games are coming out for $10 to $20 as opposed to $70, $80. Let's go. All right. So, I like this. I like this. We're starting to get better games at cheaper prices from people who are either severely high or passionate about their craft. You know? This is what we need. Not every game needs ray tracing. A-list voice actors or a big open world. Yeah, because, eventually modders will do that if the game's good enough. So I'm kind of done with AAAs, honestly. Like, the more of the games I see and all the trailers and all this, super cool crap that we're all supposed to be going ooh and ah about, I don't care. Like, because all these giant games are appealing to like the average what we think gamers want, Like you have your shooters, you have your sports games, and once in a blue moon you'll have those really good AAA games like your Witchers or your Cyberpunks or maybe a Bethesda game when it's not broken. That kind of thing. But on average, I don't care about any of this stuff. Especially Nintendo, because they haven't added new mechanics into anything for decades, honestly. And I like weird, quirky games like this. Something like this, Peak, you get together with a couple of people and you're trying to climb a mountain. You got to talk to each other. You got to work together, especially if you're streamers and you're playing with other streamers. It's hilarious for the viewer because, somebody falls down a cliff and you're like, no, dude, that kind of thing. It's fun. Yeah. It almost writes its own story, but it's just a very simple mechanic that works. Stop scaring about shiny grass ages ago. Yeah, I could deal with 16-bit platformer as long as it's done well, but speaking of remakes, the Time Splitters remake is finally out after more than a decade of development. A decade of development for a remake? Like, I didn't even know much about this game. Time Splitters? 28 maps, Includes an online and offline story mode. Okay, so basically they're showing stuff. This is a remake? It's in early access, too. This is not looking great. Hold on. It says remake. That's what they went with? Time Splitters was great. Well, it's out now. You're going to have to let me know if it's any good. Yeah, I mean, the character models look like they're kind of working with the same. Like, because they do have that low poly count to a certain extent. I mean, it definitely looks more modern from any game that came out back then. But, yeah, I mean, I guess. We'll see. 32 challenges. Yeah, all right, that might be fun. The lengthy development period and free availability are free? Free? Aren't the only unusual things about Time Splitters. For starters, the remake is entirely fan-made. It's fan-made. Hold up. Hold up a second, chat. Give me a second. Get out of here. No way. Oh, come on. Is it not on Steam? I don't know if it's on Steam, chat. I don't see it. I'm looking. Is it on GOG? Oh, I don't see it. The recreation? Maybe it's on GOG. Oh man, now I want to check. Let me do this, chat. Because if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. I at least want to add it to my library till somebody figures out they want to charge money. Let's see. Ow! I just hit my head. What do we got? Where the hell is this? It's launched for free on PC. Well, where is it? It says 13 hours ago. This is bothering me. I can't find it. I'm obsessed. So let me do it. Where the hell, dude? There's a Steam community. But that's it. It doesn't boot about. It doesn't say nothing. Oh, now you're gonna make me go to the website. Download today. Oh man, like actually, oh, it's hosted by Indie, some weird thing. I don't know what that is. Really? Just had to go. They had to do all this. Oh god, I hate when they do that. That's annoying. All right. Sorry, I was searching it up. Apparently, it's like it's literally fan made. It's like freaking not on anything. So annoying. Fun legal fact. What? What the what? Legal. Daggerfall Unity is legal because they just made a new engine. You require the base Daggerfall game for the actual content, but the game is free, so yeah. Huh? Weird. Now I got a weird thing happening with my nail. Give me a second. Falling apart here, shit. Okay. All right. If you find it, let me know. Well, apparently there's just a website called timesplittersrewind.com. Yeah, and then it says download. So it is literally fan-made and hosted on like a particular... I'm surprised this isn't on like GOG or something. Like that kind of freaking boggles my mind, honestly. What, especially if it's like free. Let me see if it's on GOG. No. Ugh. Oh, it's on GOG's got a listing for it for like they have this dream list thing where if you want them to release a game, they'll like take it into consideration. But it's not like on there either. It's an IP legal issue, free or not. They will shut it down. Well, then download it. Well, you can. Bizarre. All right. Well, no, that's a thing. Boop. Time splitters. Yeah, so basically Time Splitters website. We've only been making the largest free content video game ever, bro. Give us some time, dude. It is large. Time Splitters Rewind includes an online and offline story mode, 28 minutes, 31, blah, blah, blah. Though the full story is already available, Time Splitters Rewind is released in early access, which means further updates. Wait to see. Okay. So they didn't even put the website on here, which is kind of bizarre. All right. Well, yeah. Time Splitters remake, I guess. Oh, this is stupid food. I guess we can call stupid food. Stupid food. I'm not going to go through this, but it's just I clicked on it. Oh god, I finally got bingo too. Nice. Hey. Beautiful. The world is good. All is right with the world. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Nah, well, you know what? Let's see if anybody's doing any kind of stupid Thanksgiving food. You know, it is Thanksgiving. There we go. Warning, contents may not be as they appear on package. Somebody's making chili spaghetti. Chili spaghetti. Icarus one. Nice. You know, I've cleaned out drains that look like that. Yeah, it's a frozen meal, but
destroy them all with
Adam, what's up? How's it going? Thank you. I feel like they microwaved us way too long. Because one, the cheese wouldn't turn black, okay? It really wouldn't. And considering how much burnt there is on the side, plus the cheese exploded, it's probably all on the roof of their microwave, which is probably grody AF. Brazilian lasagna, no such thing. I feel like that is that in a garbage bin? It looks like it's in a garbage bin. Like, just throw it out. Don't know if this fully qualifies as stupid food, but made me double take at the store. Spinach souffle. I've had spinach souffle. It's not bad. All right. It looks like they overdid it with the spinach, though. You know, that's baffled me seeing American food products. In my country, we have advertising accuracy laws. Yeah, we don't do that here. We should. We just don't because, you know, maybe one day we will. I feel like that's overkill. You know, I don't think you need to have a cream pie and then put more. That's just silly. You're just silly now. You're silly. Love me some melted cheese brick. No. Calling it brothy rice. We should probably save this for Pumpkin Guy because he's not going to have anything to talk about on Sunday. Nah, dude, with the weekend, everyone's going to be on vacation. Nobody writes on the weekend because they're lazy. All right, dude, Black Friday sales, bro. Do you need Apple AirPods 4? They're only $69, dude. Yeah, so basically, Walmart official Black Friday, whatever. It's like sales on Legos and all sorts of BS. I would scour things if you need to. I had 2 other tabs open. I don't even care. I don't even care about stuff. Whatever, man. Oh, yeah, we've got the winter things here. I don't care. Whatever, I can't be doing that all day. Boop. Yeah, there we go. Go back here. What? I don't think they allowed to put Time Splitters Rewind to GOG on their official website. They said that they agreed with the IP holders Embracer Group. Oh, good. It's Embracer Group. is that the game would not be made for any form of profit. Yeah, but if they could put it on GOG for free. I mean, and that's kind of nice of Embracer, surprisingly, to be like, yeah, just as long as you're not making money off of it. Huh. Weird. Yeah, freebie games work, right? Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of a weird passion project, though. You know, it's like Time Splitters. We're going to remake this whole thing. And then you're like, really? Yeah. Not for profit does not mean not making money. You can recoup your costs. Yeah, they probably get donations from like, you know, patrons and stuff like that. Speaking of which, we have a Patreon. But people here have been doing enough, so don't worry about it. Let's see. Have you seen Guy Fieri's, what, trash can nachos? You can order them delivered for $100. Still have to make them yourself. Why would I do that? Why would I make my own nachos if I'm paying $100 for it? I want the cheese melted and served and arrive warm. For $100? And there better be a lot of them. That's insane. The one Black Friday deal was an updated router that was $80 off. Dude, that's nice. I feel like we're going to have to update our router at some point. Yeah, this one's like 2 years old-ish. You know, the bands start going, and before you know it, you're like, why are my speeds half of what I'm getting? Well, your band is, you know. Can't wait for robots. It would be nice. It would be nice. Robots, self-driving cars, anything to just do other things I don't want to do, you know? And I think part of the problem in America is because everything is paid for with credit. They literally don't see the money being spent. Yeah, I have a problem with that. You know, we grew up in a household because we had no money whatsoever. You know, kind of that's just the way it is. You know, and it was like that golden rule everybody had was don't buy it unless you have the cash for it, you know? So we were definitely paper money people for the longest time. And then at least like, you know, when you finally got a credit card, like, God, oh, I don't want to say forever ago, but it took a while for you to get one. And then it was just like, then you'd use it, but you'd still keep the mental math going just to make sure you're not overdoing it and stuff like that and be able to cover yourself. But it's difficult. You have a medical emergency, a surgery, stuff like that. There's no way around it. I feel like our whole economy is built to make sure people are in debt. Are there any other perks for getting on Patreon? Well, you make sure I don't die. Plus we usually give out free stuff, like all the music and stuff that we've been doing. We usually give the patrons. It's just like, here you go. You know that, and we try to do the general rule of thumb. We want to make sure the cartoons stay available to everybody because I don't like doing paywalls. I hate paywalls, you know. Especially since we've been doing this for so long. I don't want to be like, all right, guys, I'm just pulling everything off the web anyway and just giving them to the patrons because it's, you know, I keep my fingers crossed that there's enough people out there who are like, yes, the world needs Foamy. Put it out there. Go, go, go. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Because, I mean, we could do that, but then it's just like, you know, then nobody really sees it. You only have a group of people seeing it, and not everybody. And then everyone's going to be like, where's the stuff, bro? You know? Can we get a sample of the music? You get all the music. All right. It's usually the stuff that we play before the stream. What's up? Thank you, Swell Cheeks. I appreciate it. Thank you. What? Like our outro music, because it's going to be coming up any moment now. That kind of thing. YouTube, Spotify, beginning and ending credits, every stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to get our Christmas album up there, man. Freaking unbelievable. Yeah, I literally complained to the distributor. I'm like, you know, this has got to be out for Christmas, not after, because I don't think it's going to get added to anybody's playlist after the fact. You know, starts just rolling stuff out on a YouTube channel just because I'm like, if they don't come out now, never coming out. This is the problem working with. There's nothing more infuriating to me that when I plan out something, somebody else messes up how things are going out. So I did everything within my power to get it where it needs to go, and it's appropriate. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Spotify and Apple all of a sudden. Christmas album. It's sarcastic. I got things called what was it? Black Christmas, Brawl at the Mall. You know, there's one or two wholesome tracks, but you know, usually they're over the top, just bizarre stuff. Yeah. What? I like being glib. Plus, Christmas is basically Halloween, which is a fun song. It's fun. I like it. Took me a while to write that down because I'm just like, let's see what are correlations we can do here. It's the cuts that pay out. Nothing pays out anymore. I feel like everybody just creates just for the sake of doing it and then keeps their fingers crossed. I don't know. Everyone, unless you're Mariah Carey, you know, as far as Christmas music goes, I never hear anybody making millions of dollars. You got to be in that tier of like getting billions of plays a year. You know, but even then, your percentage is minimal. You know, I think they said statistically, if one person bought a physical media version of your album for $10, that's the equivalent of like, what was it, 300 plays, or was it something stupid like 1,000? So you get paid just so little per play on any streaming service that it's almost, you put it up there because you want people to hear it, not because you're going to make money. You know, and it's really hard to even, like, if you don't put your stuff on Spotify, people are like, how come it's not on Spotify? You know? And it's like, well, it's on YouTube. Yeah, but it's not on Spotify. And I'm like, you know, and then you got to go through the process of getting it up there. And it's just like, yay. You know, so what, for all the music that you've posted between the beginning of the year and now, Katie Wolf One, I think collectively you made $80 for all the music. It cost you more to get the music up and available to people. In all seriousness, we're not even joking about that. I mean, $80, dude. Like, what do you do with that? You know, so, but, you know, we enjoy making it and putting it out there and writing things down. And it's been good for us to get that stuff out in one form or another. So, you know, whatever. Society, man. It's always working against you. Yeah, but I think Mr. Lobo is on. And we gotta actually wake up early-ish, unfortunately, which means I have to eat some kind of dinner at some point. But nothing too heavy, bro, because we gotta be doing the you know, thing here. Let's see. There's always something. I always worry when I see that there's one particular streamer that's on, and he always covers like breaking news stuff. And every time I see him on, I'm like, oh God, what happened? What? I just want to make sure there's nothing crazy happening, you know? No, I think they're right. I think that's right. That's right there. All right, close that, close that. Where'd they be at? No, Mr. There he is. I was like, where's Mr. Lobo, dude? All right, they're showing stuff. Again, I haven't done crap.
Well, I need some water. I gotta keep the pipes hydrated.
Which I should do. Thank you. Hey, they're going to be playing Thanksgiving cartoons. Hey, if you want, you know, what do you call it? Homey, I guess, cartoony retro vibes. You know, they're doing that, so that'll be fun. What? No, dude, when was the last time you saw a Thanksgiving Day cartoon? Who knows, right? So Dawn will be on tomorrow at some point, all right? Dawn of Time BC on Twitch. And Pumpkin Guy is probably going to show up, right, on her stream. And because it's pointless for me to stream and then, you know, have her stream, and then it's chaos. That was just exclamation Dawn. Yeah, so Link, if you're new here, she does the voice for Jermaine, but she is not like the character, so don't expect her to be all morose and all that other stuff. She's pretty much good vibes. Yeah, so they're going to be doing game giveaways via Marble on stream, so if you're not doing anything, probably late Thanksgiving night. God, I don't even know what time. I wish we had an estimate. But who knows? It kind of depends. You got to figure when the hell are people. Oh, I'm slowing down. Yeah, look at that. That tracking just. Hold on, we're having a hiccup. No, I'm feeling a little wavy. Like, that's weird. I hate when this happens because I know there's something going on in the background and I don't know what it is. I was doing good the whole stream, too. See if I can just... Yeah, we're getting a delay on something. No, we're not dropping frames. It's just everything's moving slow. I feel like Windows Explorer is going to crash. All right, well, you know what? As we're slowing up here anyway, I'm just going to get this going. That is probably why, too. All right, wrapping it up. Again, Dawn, tomorrow night, I'll be there at some point if I could. Wow, this is terrible. Let's find out. No, I didn't want to open up that. Why are you telling me to open up things I don't want to open? Thank you. Give me 1 second. No, because if I don't figure out what the problem is, I'm never going to be able to figure it out. Yeah, see, CPU's at like 74%. What the hell's running? Yeah, you know what? We'll get rid of... I'll close a couple of things here. Oh, wow, that's great. Yeah, I love the way I open up Task Manager and then all of a sudden everything is like, it knows I'm going to cancel it. I'm going to end something. And it's just like, no, we're good. We're good, bro. You know, like when you get into an argument with somebody and somebody raised their fist, you're like, no, man, no, I was just kidding. I didn't mean to suck up all your resources. I was just, you know, I didn't think you were sorry, bro. But all right, just go about your day. See, now I'm fine. Look at that. Beautiful. That was weird. Hate it. All right, we're going to raid Mr. Lobo. I don't know what the problem is now. So thanks, technology, you piece of crap. All right, everybody who's doing Thanksgiving, be well. If you're driving, be safe. Don't get into arguments with the family. Appreciate them while they're around, because one day they shan't be. You know? So avoid politics. Avoid all that stuff. If somebody starts arguing about it or tries to bait you into an argument at the dinner table, just be like, yeah, you know, I haven't really been keeping up with it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And just grab some more food and stuff it in your face. Let them yammering on, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's what people do. Don't get into an argument. It's not worth it, you know. Thank you. They won. Booyah. So we're going to raid Mr. Lobo, do the thing, Dawn tomorrow, and they're going to be on Friday too. So, yeah. We'll do things. We'll have fun. Everybody, happy Thanksgiving. I'm slowing up again for no reason, so I'm just going to cut to the end screen. Happy Thanksgiving. Do something fun. Don't argue. Just do it.